Yo, I'm Monday Juma here from the Man United Agenda, and big up to everyone in the Stretford Paddock. I'm going to give a score prediction for today's game against Brentford. First of all, we owe them. Revenge is due. Second of all, it's an important game because they are there or thereabouts. They're fighting as well for this top 4 position, so we need to get a win today. It's so important. I think it's going to be tough though. Brentford have proven to be a really difficult team to beat. Fair play to them. I live local to Brentford, and they've always been like a second division team or second, third tier division team, but they've done brilliantly to come back, and they've got a very good team, very good manager. I expect us to win 1-0 this time. It would be a great result for us. We really need the points. So come on, United.
Yes, what's happening? Nick here from Real Reds Talk with a juicy score prediction for you. I think it's going to be a very tough game, but when you take into account our home record, it's been very good this season, and the performance against Newcastle on Sunday was that bad. We need a bounce back, don't we? Also, having said that, Brentford's record against the top 6 traditionally is very good. They'll be up for this. They're fighting for European spots. We're fighting for the Champions League, which makes it an interesting clash. But I think we win. I think we win 2-1. Sabitzer, Martial to score for us, and Bruno to score for them on the counter-attack, but we get the job done. So make sure you subscribe to Stretford Paddock, and hope you all enjoy the game.
We're going to have our revenge this time, so I'm predicting a 3-0 flat out. Rashford brace, Martial 1 goal. Yeah, Bruno assist. Come on, United.
Hello, this is Kay from the Glowy Glowy Man United podcast, and I think tonight's going to be a very, very difficult game. I mean, if Brentford won tonight, they would go within 3 points of us. They're flying high on the table, challenging for Europe. Came close to beating Brighton away at the weekend. Brighton got a last-minute equaliser. And without Casemiro and Eriksen midfield, I think we're going to struggle again. And we're going to be relying on a bit of brilliance from Rashford, I think, to get a result. But I'm going to be positive. I'll go for a 2-1 win for United, with Anthony scoring one of his specialities, and Rashford with the other goal.
Back again, my prediction against Brentford. Didn't start off too well this season, at the ground. It was 4-0, but I'm calm down Trafford that we have been this season, so I'm going for 3-0, 3-1 win United. Up the way and up the paddock.
Hi, Solo from the Man United Agenda. I'm here to give you my score prediction for Manchester United versus Brentford. We need this 3 points because we are now 5th in the league, and with this win it could take us back into 4th. Tottenham dropped points, which was absolutely brilliant as well. So it's going to be one of those sticky situations. It will be a tough game, but I'm hoping Manchester United can come out of this on top and go and win 3-1.
What's happening, Paddock? Sam from Real Reds Talk. Check us out on YouTube. Just here with my score prediction for the United-Brentford game. I will be at Old Trafford tonight, so I'm hoping for a better result than the Newcastle one. I'm going to go for 1-1. I just think our confidence is a bit knocked after that Newcastle game, and we might struggle. Brentford are very, very good. Yeah, 1-1. Ivan Toney penalty, and then an Anthony Pingo on his left foot.
Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. This is the Watchalong for Manchester United versus Brentford. And what is going to, hopefully United's first goal in 4 games in the Premier League. We haven't scored since the League Cup final in the Premier League, which is mad. I'm joined by Ronaldo Brown. How are you?
I'm doing all right, doing well. I always notice he's got a bit of a Men in Black going on with the arrangement.
Yeah, it's always nice, isn't it? And I'm joined by Nathan Ellington as well. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing all right. Just could be better with the results going on at the minute, but could be better.
You we were chatting before, and you were. I don't want to score prediction necessarily, but you're a bit nervous about this one, aren't you?
Very, very nervous because when we play without Casemiro, there's problems, and we can't control the midfield. It's funny because Ten Hag said it in the presser, didn't he? He said we couldn't control the midfield, and we're not able to do that against the better sides, the teams who are in the top 10, top 8. When you play against those, it's going to be much harder than playing against Leeds. And we looked like we was a team that was similar level to Leeds when we was playing them without Casemiro. So now we've got a much better team coming up against us at Old Trafford.
It's weird, isn't it? Like you said there, and I would agree that when we're at our worst, we drop to the level of the team we're playing against, almost no matter what their level is. Like we saw it last season. And I feel like at the minute, United have lost a bit of that confidence that we've had under Ten Hag. And they've almost reset to that like last 12 months confidence where we're not sure what's going on. We don't quite know how to break teams down. If Rashford isn't scoring, no one really knows what to do. We'll get to the team in a minute, but other than Sancho coming in for Weghorst, it's the same midfield, it's the same defence. How are we going to control this
I don't know.
game where we couldn't control the game at all against Newcastle?
Probably not. Right, to be honest with you.
I was hoping for some optimism.
Yeah.
Tell me how it's going to work.
But as Nathan who said before we come on air, he was talking about like how the results recently is probably just things balancing out, because we were probably riding our luck in some of the wins we were getting. We talked about the West Ham in the Cup, being on the back foot against Leicester, iffy against Leeds. A lot of the games we were even getting results, we weren't performing that well, and we were probably getting away with it. So I think what's happened is things have averaged out, and then in the recent games we've actually got punished for lacklustre and poor performances, and we weren't having the moments from Rashford that were kind of getting us out of the shit that we were getting before. But I don't think we have anyone that can help us control the game when Casemiro and Ellington don't play.
No.
We're playing against Brentford, who are very physical, very organised. It's going to be a bit of an issue. We're going to have to be strong from set pieces as well, and that was something that we struggled with on the weekend. And Casemiro obviously helps us on the ball and he helps us defensively, but I also think that Casemiro is also really, really good in both boxes, and that's always really, really important as a footballer. And against Brentford, who are so good from set pieces, I think having no Casemiro is going to be a bit of an issue in that sense as well.
Yeah, he's one of those players, isn't he, that we had a corner the other day, and I remember thinking, well, there's almost no way we're going to score from this, because he's our main threat from set pieces.
Actually,
like,
he's getting on everything.
Yeah, he gets his head on everything, and even if he doesn't score, he'll get a nod on, he'll get a flick on, he'll be offside, but he's putting the opposition, he's making them worry for the next one. He's forcing a save out of the keeper, he's forcing a deflection here or there. He's just making us more potent from set pieces, and without him, the ball goes in, the goalie grabs it, and we're defending again.
Because you know what he's also good at? You know, like when you DMs that they kind of sniff out danger as well. When the ball does go out in wide areas and he go in the box, and he always seem to get on the end of it. Yeah. Like he's the first that are out. Yeah. It's stuff like that, little things like that we miss.
Experience of knowing where to be, where the ball's gonna more likely to go. That's what he does, and that's what I mean. It's not just he's a defensive midfielder, you know, just blocking stuff. Yeah. It's getting on the ball, you know, seeing that ball, the pass before it even comes to him, and he just flicks it, and everybody's pressed, and it's like, wait, you've just beaten us all, like 3-4 men. Yeah. And then now we're just open, and it's loads of, you know, open space for Rashford and Anthony to go and do their thing. Without that, everybody's set and in their position, and it's tough to break down.
Especially when you've got him and Eriksen together, because they're both capable of that pass where you like, they draw people on and then they go around the corner, or they, you know, lay it back to Dalot knowing that there's an easy pass clipping it over the top. Without him, you've got players in there who, when they get the ball, go, what do I do with that? I'm being pressed. Yeah. They don't have, it's like they receive it and then go, right, what shall I do? Whereas when the ball is on the way to Casemiro, even 2 passes early, he's going, if it comes to me, this is what I'm doing with it. That's my only worry with McTominay, especially in there.
It doesn't even always come off, because like, you see with Casemiro, he does try and play stuff first time, or like they don't always come off, but they still at least put something in the opposition's mind, like it could be coming, so they like might drop off a little bit. Obviously, Weghorst isn't starting.
Yeah, that's the only change from the last game. Sancho in for Weghorst, but obviously we're assuming that means Rashford up front, Sancho on the left, Anthony on the right. What do you make of that?
I think that should have been a similar setup that he did on the weekend, because as we've just said, without Casemiro and without Eriksen, United are not built to control games. They're never going to control games. So against Newcastle, especially the way that Newcastle play, it was always going to be a game that was really like end-to-end and transitional. And that was never going to be a game that Weghorst was going to be a threatening.
You don't want someone like a relatively immobile...
Relatively.
One of the slowest footballers I've ever seen in my life. Striker in a counter-attacking system, do you? Like, that's, I mean, I don't know. Ten Hag's a better manager than me, but usually my brain goes, someone who's a bit
I just think that was a strange. I think he should have done what he'd done earlier in the season when we played against big sides. Yeah. Bigger sides when he started Rashford up front for a bit of pace and a bit on the counter. I think going with Weghorst on the weekend, basically he was a passenger, and when they did kind of get the fans behind him and they were piling on the pressure, how are we going to get out when there's no threat behind him?
It feels like it's one of them ones where he's done well enough to that you got to keep him in the side to start, and then this had to happen for him to come out, and for it to be a fair, like, listen, mate, you know, just kind of we need to go something different.
When Casemiro came in for McTominay, for the first few weeks he kept playing McTominay because he played all right, and then it was against Everton, I think, where he's kind of got overrun a little bit. Iwobi scored that goal. and then Casemiro came on as a sub, I think.
No, he conceded. He was the one who lost the ball for that goal.
Oh, was he?
Remember?
Okay, maybe the
And
game
then
before
he
then.
stepped it up,
Anyway,
yeah.
he gave McTominay a couple of games and was like, Casemiro's ready now.
Yeah.
But he still gave him those couple of games because he's like, he needs to prove to me that he's not quite there.
Yeah.
I think with Weghorst he's done the same thing, hasn't he? Obviously Martial back on the bench. We'll go through the full team. So it's De Gea, Delo, Varane, Martinez and Shaw. A midfield three of McTominay, Sabitzer and Fernandes. Front three of Sancho, Rashford and Antony, and then on the bench we can see it's Butland, Malacia, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Pellistri, Fred, Weghorst and Martial. Like I've got a little GK next to Butland there just in case
Just in
anyone
case
didn't
they
know.
know that it was a keeper.
But interestingly enough, obviously, let's say interestingly enough, Martial back, obviously I guess not ready to start yet. I googled this the other day, so I'm pretty sure I'm right. He was back in his kind of individual training, but back at Carrington doing training from the 22nd of February. It then took him 6 weeks basically from that moment to playing again, and he's still obviously not ready. I guess it's a fitness issue at this point rather than just an injury issue. Obviously you've had injuries, come back, played at this level. Is that seems like a long time to me. Is that pretty much average, or is that, do you think giving him that long was we know you've come back too early before, you came back against City and look what happened, you came back against Liverpool, look what happened. Do you think they've given him an extra week or two there? Because 6 weeks from individual training to getting back in the team seems a long time.
It's a very long time, but look, we know what's happened with Martial this year,
Yeah.
innit? So been coming back, and we've been needing him when we didn't have someone else. So when he came back too early. And then the Man City game is like, please play me, boss.
Yeah.
I know I'm injured, but I just need to play this game.
Yeah.
So he gets injured, and then he comes back again, he injured something else. So we're like, listen, if we keep doing that, it's going to be the story of the whole season. So we've got to be safe now. Let's kind of let you come back in, and now you got to train for a bit. Make sure you don't break down for a little while. Then train with the squad, make sure you don't break down.
Yeah.
And then come on off the bench, make sure you don't break down. And then start playing games. That's why I didn't expect him to start today. I want him to start. I think we all know we need him. But it's a case where it could backfire when we really need him to finish off the season to win, to get in top 3 or 4.
Because now is at a point where, because he's played so little football over the last few months, he's probably, the injury's fine. But I bet lungs, cardio-wise, he's probably way off now, isn't he? Hardly playing any football for 6 weeks. Where would he be cardio-wise?
You know what? I'll tell you now, once you've got a pre-season in you and you've played a couple games, that there kind of, I don't know what it is, but even if you're out for a long period, when you come back, you've got some kind of momentum. Like you just got this feeling of, I've got everything I need. I've got everything I need to just play. And he'll get himself back in, and he'll be able to make it to the end of the season. So it wouldn't be a problem at all, I don't think.
Okay, that's interesting. Because I always think, if you've been out for a couple of weeks, surely you're not at that level. But like you said, if you've kind of got it in you already, you can sort of, access that pretty quickly. Are you surprised Martial hasn't started this, or did you just think
I'm
not
surprised.
ready?
I'm surprised because I thought Weghorst probably wouldn't start, but then I was pretty much sure that Martial would probably come in, because I thought when he come on, he provided something a little bit different than Weghorst did. He looked even more a threat with the touch and the finish that in the box. Obviously, he's got a lot more talent. He's got a lot more ability. I think we have missed him, which is a bit of an issue, because I don't think you can get anyone that's even much more unreliable than Anthony Martial, whether that's injuries or whether he's actually going to turn up and perform at his best. The talent's kind of undisputed. It's just about all the stuff outside it. But I personally do think if he's fit and Weghorst is fit, Weghorst can't start.
No chance.
No. Do you think there's a little case of sort of absence makes the heart grow fonder with Martial? Because, again, no offence to him, I think this season his goal per minute ratio has been good and better than it has been. But he's got, I think this season he's got 5 or 6 goals. Last season the whole season he got 7 goals. The year before that he got 6 goals.
Did he? I thought we got, remember, Greenwood, Rashford, Martial,
That
they
was the year
scored more
before.
than...
That was 2021. So that was 1920. 2021 he got, let me just get the full stats.
I thought they all scored more than Man City and Liverpool, them 3 at that point, under Ollie. The season when we came second, or would you come second under Ollie?
Yeah, we did.
And that's the season when
the COVID season, is it?
Yeah. They were, but all 3 of them were flying. But after that, you're right.
But that was the 1920 season. He got 23 goals. Then 2021 he got 7.
Yeah.
Then 21-22 he got 2.
Yeah.
Last season, and then this season he's got 6. So this is his 3rd season now.
Can you go on Transfer Market and see how many of those games he played as a striker?
I did this earlier in the season, actually. I did this earlier on in the season.
What, the 1920
People
season?
do like to talk about goal stats with players sometimes, and then they'll defend certain players saying that they played out wide and they did this and that's what people do. But I feel like Anthony Martial did.
Yeah,
he had a season or two where he's predominantly a left winger.
He did, but Anthony Martial is this sort of, I think, very much a left forward. Yeah. He's not a track back winger. He's not an industrious left midfielder. He's someone that will always be judged on his goals the way Rashford will, because he doesn't do that much when he's not scoring. Like that season, the 1920 season, 23 goals, 12 assists. That's an excellent season. Yeah. But regardless of where he's playing, 6 goals isn't enough.
I know, if an interesting one, if you do go on stats by club, and then you look at his whole time at United, if you can find it, I would like to see.
He's had a very good. It has been good overall. He's had a couple bad seasons. I've even looked at the position he played, how many games, and I even did it. I broke it down to what I like to do, because I'm like, really, I need to know the detail as a striker.
I thought he was going to say your Martial FC then.
No, because when I look at games, I look at the minutes I've played and add it all up to 90 minutes and divide it by 90. So I know how many minutes I've played, and in 90 minutes, and then how many goals. So then when I looked at it with him, he's actually got a good record for us over the time he's been here, from when he started till now. He's had a couple of seasons where it's been really bad, like last season, and this season's been injured. But when I think if we've got a good enough side that we've got a good team now that's playing good football, so he's got no excuses there now. And if he's now fit, he's got no excuses. He must score 20 goals in a season with this kind of side in and around.
And he's approached that age now where he has to be peaking.
Yeah.
He's 26, feels like he's been around forever. He's still only 26.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but
27.
He's 27 now.
Yeah. But this is the thing. We still don't want him as our first choice, do we?
Nah, I don't think he's the first choice caliber that we need. But you can't really say that he's a backup striker either, because of his wages and his stuff like that. So it probably is bordering on time for Martial, unfortunately, and we don't think we ever saw the best of him. But looking back on his career in general at United, it probably has a slight bit of disappointment to it, because he did promise so much. But I still think right now it's annoying how his injury record's kind of unfolded, because I think we have needed a decent forward. And we've had the likes of Weghorst and Igalo and all these people come in as stopgaps when we had someone there that was meant to be leading the line for us properly. And I think he has the ability to do so to a certain level, probably better than the people that we've had in the standings, but he's just not really shown it. No. But I still think for the rest of the season he should be the starting 9 for us.
The problem is, as well, is unfortunately, whenever we've brought another striker in, they've either pushed him out wide or taken his place, haven't they? Yeah. When we brought Zlatan in, he was the main guy.
He was on fire as well.
Yeah, and rightly so. Yeah. But then you bring Cavani in. I think actually Lukaku in. He was the main guy. Martial got pushed out on the left where he wasn't starting. Then you bring Cavani in. Then you bring Ronaldo in. And every single one of them, on form, was correctly the number 9 in front of Martial. And you think... You know, he's being pushed around by 33, 34, 35, 36-year-olds.
I think
if he'd have cemented his place, that we wouldn't have had to do that.
I think the worst mistake Martial ever made was wanting to be a striker and bulking up a little bit. I think I still stand by this. I think he's a better winger.
I think he's a better dribbler. I think definitely a better dribbler.
I think dribble is actually coming off his left. I think he should have always stayed like that. I think he should have kept his body, the kind of body shape he has, where he was quick, he was lightning, he was direct. I think when he moved to a striker and put on a bit of mass, I feel like it worked against him. I think I've always preferred him as a left winger, but you know, players on these days want to go play through the middle and score goals. So
that's the problem with football for me these days, is that you've only got one up front now. I used to love play 2 up front, and that's why I'm but this is the thing, you can play off your striker. Like, you play like that, you're either, it's proper hit or miss. Like, you're proper top notch or you're nothing. Like, that's what it is when you're up front on your own. You have a look at now wingers these days, they have to score goals and do everything. Look at Anthony now. He's kind of doing okay, but not doing enough. Yeah. But then you either have to be properly on fire, or you're just that player who's just not doing enough. Look at Sterling. He's gone from being top notch every season, 25 plus goals. Now it's like, who'd want him in his side?
Yeah. If you're not top class, you're worthless. Yeah. And now as well, obviously you have to
for big clubs. You
have to have your fullbacks have to be really attacking as well, because everything has to compensate for the fact that there's only one man up top. So you've got to have the winger scoring goals. You've got to have your fullbacks getting assists because the wingers aren't getting assists because they're shooting instead. Like the whole game's just restructured, hasn't it?
Yeah. That's the criticism about Anthony's expected assists, and assists is really, really bad.
Yeah.
And Andy Cole come out with a quote on Anthony, didn't he? Saying, I saw earlier on, saying he wouldn't like to play with a winger like Anthony.
It's true.
But he's there. He said he doesn't. If he feels like once he gets the ball, he knows the cross ain't coming.
Yeah.
Kind of. You're as a forward. Do you know wingers that like to when they get the ball and it's 1v1, but they want to dilly dally in?
Yeah.
They're not shifting it and crossing it for you. They're dilly.
That's the problem. Yeah. Because he doesn't really come in. Well, obviously, if you're on the right, you want to see him come in and then like put one in swinger.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really do that either. So he's not going to go down the line and use his right, or go down the line and even have loads of quality on that. You know, when you putting it in with your left foot when you shouldn't
when you've
really.
made a run, he's there doing ball rolls and that.
He relies on like that ball back to either Casemiro, Fernandez, like on the kind of 5 yards out from the edge of the ditch. He relies on that in the little half space, or he relies on the overlap.
Yeah.
The only way he puts crosses in is almost like he assists the cross.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do the like I said, he doesn't cross. He doesn't do anything on his right foot, obviously. But when he cuts inside, he's looking at the back post, not looking at the 6-yard line.
Yeah.
So it's almost it's like we've almost removed the winger one step from the assist. Like Rashford hasn't got many assists this season.
No, he
either,
hasn't got that
because the emphasis has to be on if you cut inside, you're trying to shoot. And maybe part of that is the people we've had up front.
The only winger doing that at the moment that's why people are touting him as best winger in the world right now. And
Saka
because Saka's looking serious, man.
Because he's doing both. He's
scoring and assisting. He's like like what Mahrez does. He gets down there and he just causes trouble going that way or that way. He'll score goals and he'll set up goals. He'll use his right, he'll use his left. You just don't know what he's going to do. Fake shots all over the place. Everything comes to an end product, and that's the difference between what's happening at the moment. Sancho, Anthony, there isn't enough end product.
Interestingly though, Sancho was that player.
Yeah.
Sancho was someone that was equally as sort of charmed by goal scoring as he was by getting an assist.
Yeah.
Like he would consistently get
assists,
equal numbers.
Because
he's looking for the goal,
Yeah.
he's looking for the assist, and if he's looking for the goal, if it's not there, where's the assist, or vice versa. He was always someone that worked like that.
I remember seeing a stat. He had so many assists, but I think he only ever had one assist in his whole Bundesliga career from a cross.
Yeah. It's
As
all through balls, yeah.
It was all through balls and
yeah.
like cutbacks and like shifting it 5 yards from when you just the way it's really, really transitional, and it was like assists where he's slipping people in and this and that, and all his work was kind of like central or
in between the box,
in between the boxes.
Yeah.
He was never the whole. I feel like it's actually really hard to be successful in the Premier League as a winger if you've not got that whole like.
It's the type of football that you play though. This is what I say, like one thing Sir Alex Ferguson was so good at was knowing what player fits his system and buying that player that fits. It don't matter what his name is, don't matter how much he is, he might be not even that much money, but you get Anderson in to just lock down Gerrard. Every time we play Liverpool, Anderson's locking down Gerrard. Other games he's not even playing. We get to a game in the semi-finals against a Real Madrid or something, Park Ji-sung's playing. There's no Giggs and Beckham or whatever. It's Park Ji-sung because we know what he's going to do. It's a job for the course, like, horses for courses, as you say.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's. I don't think we have players that fit our system properly.
Just buy something fancy and kind of shoehorn it almost.
I wonder if that's why certain managers like, obviously Fergie, one of the reasons he worked so well is because he completely understood the sort of players that his tactics and his style suited.
Perfectly.
I think some managers don't actually know.
They don't.
I think some managers are really good at going to a pre-existing team, like a Jose, like a Conte, and just turning their mentality into this like winning machine of like the main tactics, the main coaching. Obviously there are tactics and details and all that, but it's about mentality shifts. When Jose is then tasked with rebuilding a team, I think he struggles a little bit, and I think certain like Klopp is going through that now, and Pep's, we've yet to see it properly from Pep, and he's kind of in that transition, and maybe he's doing a better job of it. But I think some managers don't actually know the type of player that suits them or knows how to scout them, because you get to the point where we need to rebuild here, and they can't do it. Like, that's a really difficult job, isn't it? Why? Another reason why Fergie's so amazing is he made 2, 3, 4 different teams throughout his time.
Unbelievable.
And always knew who he needed.
And when to get rid of players before their time so you can make money off them and then bring someone else in.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, you don't sort of have like rotten apple sat,
No.
stinking the rest of the place out. We've got a few super chats. Matthew Sargent says, "Oh, I'm Brentford. I'm really well run. Grow up." Yeah, I agree. Brentford showing off at how everything runs smoothly there. They are good though, aren't they? They're actually an impressive team.
They are good in it. Do you know, like, do you find it mad? Like, certain clubs have a certain area of the world that they just target for their players. Like how Wolves are basically Portugal reserves.
They are.
And then you've got, and Brentford are basically if you're Nordic.
That's what I was
Rasmussen,
thinking.
Janssen, Damsgaard, Norgard.
Yeah.
Like that's their little. They must just have a couple of really good scouts in that.
Scandinavia,
in
innit? Like,
Scandinavia.
you go over there,
Yeah.
scout Scandinavia, bring me back everything you got. Let's play.
Yeah,
football.
there's another example. Like, I think I've seen it, but it seems
What,
like
Burnley?
teams.
Just scouting England. That's all it was. A bit of companies fixed it now. But
Anyone in England over 6 foot, let's go.
yeah, let's do this. It is weird that actually, isn't it? But it makes sense, I suppose, that not all scouts are as good as other scouts.
That's true. Like, I think Wolves went through a spell where literally every person who were linked to was Portuguese.
Or Spanish.
Do you know like how you get the nationality icon on the Sky Sports when they finger? It was like all of it's Portugal. Imagine being in that dressing room as a non-Portuguese and everyone's just you're like, might as well learn the language.
Yeah, it's weird. It's interesting that, isn't it? Like United so rarely have players from Africa.
Yeah.
Like very, very rarely. It's really
just a
uncommon.
guy.
It must be a scouting thing, like
It
you
must
say.
be, yeah.
They scout a certain area, but I think they even got someone injured that's Scandinavian, but they do love a Scandinavian player.
United very rarely have German players. Very rarely have anyone from any part of Africa. Like
Italian players, we don't really.
We never have Italian players. I suppose it's slightly more South American these days, but it's rare to see United with a Brazilian player up until the last few seasons. Over like Anderson was a standout, Kleberson, but not many.
Not many. Yeah,
yeah.
There's always the one or two, and that was it.
Interesting, isn't it? How certain teams have a sort of an affinity for different parts of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, might as well go through Brentford's team now. Actually, so we've got Raya, Ruslev, Janssen, Pinnock, me. Henry, Norgard, Jensen, Damsgaard, and Buemo, and Tony as well. I want to go through a couple of their players. You what?
That one's slightly different, isn't it? That one there. That one says Rasmussen.
Oh well, Brentford's own Twitter page don't think Rasmussen's playing. Have I missed something there? This is so Sky Sports think Rasmussen's playing. Number 30 is Ruslev Rasmussen. Is that his name?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's it.
Number 30 is playing. So yeah, it's the same team. It's just
and then they've got
structured differently.
Yeah, then they've got Jorgensen off the bench.
Yeah, Jorgensen as well. Mad, that, innit?
Yeah.
I like that. Anyway, on their team, I want to talk about Raya, but before that, I want to talk about Tony. 17 goals a season, more than anyone at United in the Premier League. Just a very good player, isn't he? What do you make of him?
It's playing perfectly for him. The team plays in a system where he is playing, and he's going to get most chances. Them two up front are going to get chances.
They actually play too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. All you have to do, like when everything hits the fan, you just play the ball up. And when it wins a header, Tony's in. Like you can get a chance just like that, or you flick it down to your teammate because he's right there. That's what we used to do. Me and Jason Roberts, we used to do the exact same thing. Yeah. All you have to do is get it to one of them, and then you can play from there. Because once it gets brought down, pop it out to the wide, let them get the ball in the box. 2 strikers in the box.
Because they don't play as a traditional 2 up front, but they pretty much are and have been over the past few years. But they've had that crazy partnership is Kane and Son. Kane and Son.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because
they're next to each other.
They're next to each other all the time. And a lot of their goals were like, how many they scored? Like I think there was a game where Son scored 4 and Kane assisted all 4 of them.
Yeah,
they were having games like that where it's just like.
I think no pair has ever assisted each other more in the Premier League.
Is it?
Than them two.
It's that link that you're talking about.
But we haven't had that since
York and Cole.
Maybe Ronaldo and Rooney.
But
maybe not. Like
Tevez, that 3, they were really good.
We never strike up these kind of partnerships, do we? Like
It's
Van
not
Persie and Rooney kind of work, but
Yeah.
it was mostly just Rooney giving it to Van Persie.
Yeah.
But yeah, York and Cole's the last one
It's
where
just
you
2
really
up front's become outdated.
Yeah,
but I mean, even like we're mentioning I think certain teams where it's not two up front, they still have those link-ups that
Tandems,
work,
yeah.
like Kane and Son.
Well,
But
do we
United just
do?
don't have
To be
that.
fair, we do. We have Rashford and Martial. When they're together, they're
Yeah.
kind
I've
of,
always
they're kind
said
of on
that.
fire, you know.
I've
I've
always
got to
said that.
say.
They always play really well together.
And like we saw pre-season, Sancho added to that mix, and it looked like something
How
great.
good did it look?
It looked great, and that was without Casemiro. That looked great. Fred was doing a bit, and I was like,
That leads me on because now I'm gonna ask Nathan what he thinks, because if you're going for we want a striker in the summer because with Weghorst and probably shouldn't stay, and Martial is probably gone.
Yeah.
Who would you actually prefer out of Kane and Osman? Because they're very different players.
I've been saying, yeah, but I've had to think about it a few times, and now I'm just totally set on Kane.
I'm in agreement with you.
set on
Do you know what I
Kane.
mean? Because
I'll tell you why in a minute.
I don't know he knows ball, and he would say that because you've been saying that as well. But like, it has to.
But it don't count when I say it, because
you
I've
did, you
scored
said-
like hundreds of goals in
said
the
it.
Football League like Nathan has.
Nah, but it's the whole thing. Like you talk about how Martial usually and Rashford play really well together. I think Rashford, you get a bit more out of Rashford when the forward's a bit more of a person that brings people in to play. I think if you get someone like Kane that can find the runs that Rashford's got, I think he'd be on fire that way. I think when you've got Osimhen, who basically is a direct in behind, not very linked to play type of player. I think there's too much similarity, and I don't think the balance is right with him and Rashford playing.
I feel like if you're a goal scoring winger like Rashford or just anyone, you would love to play with Kane.
Kane,
Because like imagine having him as a strike partner where you think not only will he put in everything that I give him, but if I make the run, he can find it. Like I imagine he'd be an absolute joy to play with.
Osimhen's like Haaland in terms of doesn't really get involved, but he's just an absolute force when it gets into like in behind opportunities and scoring. But I don't think he suits what United want at the moment.
Fully, yeah. This is the thing, man. I was listening to Joe. I think it was you actually, Joe, that I was listening to, and you were saying about Italy in the league and the top scorers in the league for the last how many years, and they're not anything special. And remember, Lukaku had an amazing year. Comes back and he's back to the same Lukaku we knew from before, but he's like, I'm so fit, I feel great, I'm eating the right foods, I've lost all this weight. Comes back, he's on the bench, not playing for Chelsea. And then you look at Osimhen, he's doing really, really well. I'm not saying he's not good, but what I'm saying he's not proven in the Premiership. We need a proven player in the Premiership that you can also look at his ability, look at what he's got as his attributes.
People are saying the whole Premier League proven thing's a myth. I've been seeing people flying that about as well.
No, but I'm not saying he can't score goals.
Yeah.
But Kane scores 30 a season.
But the thing is what people need to realise, when we're talking about Premier League proven, I do agree sometimes it doesn't always matter because Haaland wasn't and he come in this is a different thing we're talking about. This is Kane.
Yeah.
So you don't get any more Premier League proven than Harry Kane. Do you know what I mean? So that's like, it's almost like there's no risk when you sign Harry Kane.
You know what you're getting.
Yeah.
You know you're getting goals for fun.
And it's not that every league is inferior to the Premier League, but it is the case that most leagues are different to the Premier League. Yeah. So some people come from another league like Haaland, and his characteristics suit the Premier League, and he's scoring tons of goals. Ruud van Nistelrooy was the same. Yeah. Aguero was, there's loads of examples where it works, but a lot of our crucial players, Varane is, I think, nearly 30 or he's 30 now. Casemiro is 31. Eriksen is 30 and will be 31, or he's already 31, but certainly will be by the start of next season. We're not in a position where we can wait 18 months, 2 years for Osimhen to find his feet or whatever, which he might need. You need someone that is going to score us 20 Premier League goals next season, definitely.
It's his first elite season.
Yeah.
He's ever had. If you've had one elite season in Europe that Osimhen's having, how do you sign him for 130 million?
You can't.
You can't do that.
It's because he's already been sold once for 80 million now. So they're not going to lose money on him.
Now, but watch him. I think he's really good. He'd come to the Premier League and score goals, but I still don't know. I don't think that's his value. And when I did look into his stats, he's basically the exact same type as Haaland in terms of actually in general play. He's not very
involved.
It's a little bit loose as well.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, it's not all tight. Like and Kane is tight. His technique is serious. Yeah. Like, he's no frills, but he's the best at everything he does. His right foot is sick, left foot sick, heading sick, link up play. Penalties. Everything is at the top notch. Yeah. And you just go, I'm getting goals. Nice. I'm just getting goals and link up play from this striker. Yeah. I need him in my team.
I don't think they're the same type of player I know this comparison is. I think the guy I'm about to compare him to was much better. He was more robust, more physically, more aggressive, more. But I think in terms of the all-round ability, I think Rooney isn't even that bad a comparison to Kane. I think Rooney was strong. You know what I mean? Stronger, more raw, more.
I think he had more about him. Yeah.
More about him, more industrious, harder working. But when you're trying to think what kind, like in terms of his passing ability, like you said, left foot, right foot, in the air, in behind, come to feet. Like he'll drop into midfield. There aren't loads of players that can do that.
And respectfully, I think at this moment in time, he's playing for. If I'm being honest. Osman at this moment in time is playing for a better side.
Yeah, they're very good,
United.
by the way. They're
like
good.
Napoli are actually, if you watched them, I know they lost 4-0 to Milan, but he's playing in a side that have been absolute machines and like creating opportunities and being really creative. They have some serious players that kind of feed him the opportunities. Do you know what I mean? I think he comes to United straight away in this kind of thing where we're not quite there yet, but on the fringes, he's not going to get that same kind of supply.
Yeah. You know
what
what?
I mean? So,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And this is the other thing as well. I remember a player, his name is Van Persie.
I remember
this guy who, you remember him, yeah? When people like Valencia would get down the wing and just smash the ball into the box at 100 miles an hour with no real quality. And the thing you will first touch, bang it, bottom corner. And you're like, what the?
How's that happened?
How?
His
and
first ever goal for United, do you remember it? It ball over the left hand side on his left foot.
Didn't it loop over?
Like lifted it, but sort of whipped it back over his shoulder into the back post. You just think only top strikers can score goals like that.
He's elite of the elite.
Yeah.
He was my favourite player at Arsenal when Henry was there. Yeah. When he first come, I remember him scoring all these goals and the way he plays, I was like, he's sick. Oh my God. And then when we got him, I was like, oh my gosh.
He's got a little silkiness to him as well.
His finishing is the levels that we need at United, and that's what I'm saying. We haven't had anything like that since Ibra. I think Ibra's got that kind of finishing on him.
Yeah.
But even him, he was a bit older and obviously a lot slower than he used to be. But then Kane is still not that old yet.
No.
So he's not that fast. Yeah.
I know people are talking like his career's gone. He's 29.
No, he'll have at least 3-4 years in him. At this level,
30 once the season starts, but I think his play style means he's got a good few years still.
Yeah.
Fergal McClement says Rooney is the street version of Kane.
Yeah. He's a lot. He can do stuff on his own. That's the difference. Is he can do things on his own, where Kane he can't just pick it up and like run past you.
No, Rooney's got. Respectfully, Rooney's got a bit more than Kane in terms of.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah,
I just mean when I'm trying to think of someone who's got the passing, the come short, the midfield play, the build-up play, but
still being a totally separate
left
player,
foot, right foot header. There's not that many to compare him to.
It's mad to say, like, can you only say if someone asked you, Wayne Rooney, where did he play? You just feel like he's just a footballer.
On the left, play up front,
in the hole. Honestly, I feel like you're doing Rooney a disservice if you just say that he was a striker. I feel like you've got to be like,
you're serious,
he was
man.
A forward, or he was just a footballer.
You could put him in any team.
Yeah.
Remember when he first come through at Everton and he scores that goal, like whip top bin against Arsenal? I'm like, who's this kid, 16-year-old?
Were you playing in the Premier League that season?
What season was that?
2004. I think.
Yeah, that was the season when we got promoted.
Yeah,
to the Prem. So I think it's 2004-05. Might have been 4-5. Yeah, that was the year.
Wow,
that was the actual year. So
was it maybe it was a couple of years after, but around then.
I think he broke in towards the end of the season, or was it the start?
I'm not sure. We've got a couple of super chats. Martin P says, evening all. I think now it shows how tired the team is. I think it's going to be a struggle between now and the end of the season. Need Eriksen and Casemiro back. And just on the team and how it's, other than Sancho, the exact same team that got dominated against Newcastle. Ten Hag said, that can be the reflex. When you play one bad game, you want to swap a lot. But I don't think it's the right moment. I think we play until now a great league. He also said, we're in 4 competitions, so we've done really well. So there's not a need to change a lot because we're doing well. But I think we have to reflect on Sunday, and that was not us. We fell back into bad habits, and we have to change that. I just want to do a couple more quotes from Ten Hag, because I think some of the things he said at the press conference, he just always impresses me with what he says. Like he was talking, let me just try and find it quickly. But essentially, the gist of it was, well, here we go, actually, sorry. He said, when they can't get this, that, we need to show passion and hunger, then they are at the wrong place. Basically, if you don't do it, you won't be here. It's not a question of like wait and see or, don't worry about it. If you don't have that hunger, if you don't match other teams, stride for stride, you're gone. Do you like that? Do you like hearing that? Obviously not naming names here, but basically saying, I'm not going to stand for this.
100% like that. That's what you got to have. That's a minimum. Like every single player got to have the hard work. Some players are not showing it as much. And I'll obviously mention the name that I like, the player, and he's starting today. Sancho needs to do more off the ball. He can't just be a passenger off the ball. He needs to be able to get stuck in off the ball and really go for it on the ball. Like, try and bring out the best in yourself. It happened to me. I always say about me because it's like my experience. I always remember something coming back. But I was at Watford. I went to Watford and AD Boothroyd bought me. And I thought, yeah, this is great. I'm going to go here. I'm going to play. I wasn't playing. And then I got my opportunity to come in the side. And I'm watching the team playing Route 1. We're playing very Route 1. And I'm like, I don't play like this. And then it caused me to not be my best and not really chase lost balls. And I had a conversation with the psychologist, and he was asking me, why do you think you're not playing? And blah, blah, blah. And he asked me questions that provoked me to think. And then the next game, I basically said, I'm just going to give it my all, do everything I can. Running, chasing lost balls. In 10 minutes, I scored a goal. And I'm like, that's because I just had a change in my mentality, and I'm just going to just work hard and just do whatever I can and be the best I can be. 100% shutting down, 100% everything. And then I got the rewards. Sancho needs to do that.
He's Sancho's got all the time. He's got all the ability, but he just it's a very harsh thing to say to a sports person, but he just don't seem to have the like that fire in his belly. Do you know what I mean? And that can be really, really restrictive. He just looks. He plays to like one pace. Do you know what I mean? He's one pace. He's a little bit laboured. Everything's too like within himself. He's a comfort zone player. Do you know what I mean?
When he shuts down?
Pardon?
Do you think when he shuts down, like he shuts down just to look like he's shutting down, but not actually to go and intently win it?
Yeah, when he's tracking back, when he's defending, it does look sometimes like he's going, look at me, I'm defending. Instead of going, get the fucking ball. Like he's like, it's like he's almost like on stage, like acting. Like he's going, look, I closed the man down, and then the man goes past him. But instead of, when like Anthony's closing down, he's like, well, give me the ball. Where's the ball? Like, I'm going to get this ball.
I think he isn't.
Or Vegas.
He's a winger, but I think he's not. He hasn't got that little bit of dynamism for an elite Prem winger. But I think he's someone that probably should play in more central areas or play for teams where he can drift in a little bit more.
Can you learn that, do you think? Can you get that? Because obviously you've mentioned there about that's something that was almost like reintroduced to you after you'd kind of, lost your way a little bit. But you had that anyway. You started your career, or, you'd worked hard and done. Yeah. Is Sancho someone that, do you think, has lost that, or do you think he's never had it? And if he didn't ever have it, can you learn it in your sort of mid-20s? That, you know what, you're right, I'm just going to go for it.
If you've seen it in him in the past, then you know he can do it again.
Yeah.
But there's certain players, when you watch them, like Berbatov, he's never going to look like he's chasing hard. Yeah. Even if he is chasing hard, he don't look like it. And sometimes we say that about Martial. He doesn't look like he's trying as hard as a Rashford when he runs fast. Yeah. But they're both fast as hell. Yeah. So when they're racing, they might be in the same pace. Yeah. But who looks like they're really going for it, and who looks like they're just jogging. So you go, come on, Martial, bloody hell, come on. Yeah. Shut him down. I am shutting down. I'm working hard. So some players just look like that.
Body language.
But I think Sancho, you can see he's one of them players at the moment that just shuts down to look like shutting down. And I can't see how he's going to change it. He's got to just prove me wrong and just do it. But I don't see it happening. Yeah. You either done it before, and then you can bring it out, or you've never done it and you won't do it.
Yeah. When's the last time you've seen him running behind?
No, he don't do that, does he?
He didn't do that.
Well, here's the thing. Here's another one though. For Dortmund, they play very direct. Soon as he makes a run forward, Bellingham playing that ball forward, Royce playing that ball. But he makes them runs for us, and we don't ever see it. And if we do, we don't ever play it. I'll tell you that 100%. I see it so many times where he's running at full pace, going, put me in here, put me in. And he knows the angles that he's been playing. Same thing happened with Sanchez from Arsenal. He came to United. He was doing the exact same thing. I said, that's not going to last long. A couple games later, he stopped running because he kept running everywhere, going, yeah, give me the ball. And that was their football. That wasn't our football. And he had to change. He ended up thinking like us again. And then not like them changing to his way of thinking.
Because I think if Jadon Sancho went back to Dortmund, he'd probably get pretty much the exact same stats that he did.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think he's still the same. He's the same quality of player, but I just think he just suits. I think like styles. I don't know whether he's a Manchester United winger to the way that we want to play, but if he played for a team in a league that's a little bit more transitional, a little bit easier, like Bundesliga, I think he'd still fly. I don't know. I don't necessarily think he's gone worse as a footballer. I think he's just ran into a bigger club with bigger pressures, where more's required out of you as a wide player.
And you're playing against better players.
Playing against better players, and that's just, and he's not quite risen to it.
Yeah,
that's just the issue.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you on that. I think if he comes in the middle, we might see a lot more of those slided through balls, a lot more. But like when Bruno, I was thinking, can you put him where Bruno is? Like today, I would have liked to have seen him where Bruno is.
People say he hasn't got the engine for it though, because look how much running Bruno does in that area.
Yeah,
you'd lose that.
And you lose that in every position he plays.
That's
what I'm saying. He hasn't got the running
from
for the
back
wing
as well. Bruno will tackle. You'll see it most games. He'll get a tackle on a defensive midfielder coming from behind him. You don't see that from Sancho.
I don't know.
He's got an engine, man.
I don't know how someone can play 90 minutes.
With that kind of
high intensity, but it's like this every few days.
And then also,
I mean,
60 games a year.
Yeah.
Every year.
Not getting injured.
How is he doing it?
He doesn't stop.
Just quickly, get your score predictions in the comments. Obviously, 10 minutes to go till kick-off. Nathan, we'll start with you. Give me a score prediction today. What are you thinking?
I don't want to say it.
No, I don't want to say it. The first thing you said to me when you came in before was, I don't know if I can say my prediction on a United channel. Go on, say it. What do you think? Stand by it.
Look, man,
it's an L.
I got a feeling we're going to take an L today. We haven't got enough to control the midfield. Brentford are a team, that they know each other. They play a certain system. Everyone knows their game. They're going to play their game. And I think they'll enforce it on us. And we won't have enough to stop it. I feel like I don't want it to happen, but I feel like we're going to be 2-1 losers. I don't want it to happen, but without Casemiro, I feel like it's going to happen. I felt it against Newcastle.
I think
as
it's
well.
going to be a game with a lot of chances in it, but I don't. I feel like it could be a 2-2 draw, in my opinion.
But that's the other side of it. Brentford have got the same goals against as us, and that's their norm. Remember, we've had a couple games where it's been massive losses.
They don't lose games that much, but
they concede.
But they concede goals, but they score them.
Yeah. So this is the struggle bit. Can we get some goals today? Can we?
I think we will score today, but I think they will score as well. That's why I'm worried. Just not 2-2 kind of approach, especially the fact that they've lost once in the last 16 Premier League games, and that was a weird one. It was a 1-0 loss to Everton. They've been struggling, but
tough. Just on that, I want to, before we carry on, I'll get to your score predictions. Keep them coming in. Give me a scoreline and scorer. What are we saying about Frank Lampard back at Chelsea, Ronaldo? Because he's, as we're speaking, I don't think it's been announced yet, but you're looking, everyone's saying is in advanced talk. Sky Sports saying it, Fabrizio Romano saying it, David Ornstein saying it. Frank Lampard is almost certain to go back to Chelsea till the end of the season as interim manager. How has he landed that?
I have no idea.
How has he done that?
I have no idea. Todd Bowley he's a very, very odd man. I don't know if he's an odd man or he's just he generally looks to me as someone that's learning on the job, and he makes very impulsive decisions.
Yeah.
He's entertaining. I think you could say that, but Jesus, I don't know how Frank Lampard's. He's had awful managerial role after awful managerial role. He's been sacked from the club already, and instead of getting someone in, you're thinking, I'm just gonna get Frank Lampard in for the rest of the season. Just a bit of I don't know, when Luis Enrique is sitting right there.
I don't get it. I mean, Frank Lampard, his managerial win percentage at Derby was 42%. He did okay there. He got him to a playoff final, which is obviously, you can't, it wasn't outstanding, but he did okay. Chelsea, 52%, which is absolutely bog standard for a team challenging for top 4.
Can you look at points per game on
I can have a look at
it. I've always told you, Joe, don't do win percentages. It's a very flawed.
That's true.
Yeah. Because of the whole draw thing, it doesn't count.
But either way, at Everton it was 27%. Obviously, pretty disastrous there.
Yeah.
Won 12, drew 8, and lost 24 games while he was at Everton. So, is it maybe they looked at United last season and they went with who they thought was the best manager available on an interim basis, which was Ralph Rangnick. and it was a disaster. Do you think that they went, actually, let's get someone, again, Premier League proven. He's proven he's bang average, but at least he's bang average. You know, because you might get Rangnick and it's disastrous.
They might have just thought it was easy, but
that's what I mean.
Frank Lampard walking in there, managing all. He's not.
I'm back.
I have no idea. Chelsea are hilarious. Maybe they wrote off the season.
Yeah, just need.
I kind of hope that they do all right though, and then they sign him permanently in the summer.
That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Imagine,
because I feel like they're capable of doing that.
So how many games left there? 10 games left. Imagine in the last 10 games he gets 7 wins, 2 draws, and a loss, and just gets the job permanently.
Yeah, I personally think. Do you think they actually have educated discussions about these things, or is it just Todd Bowley just going?
I don't know, but I think Chelsea people look at Chelsea and almost feel like the fact that they sacked managers was what made them so good, but actually Abramovich clearly had an eye for how to do that style of football, because you can easily just sack loads of managers and be Watford.
But they've been that's because Carragher said that on Monday Night Football, saying that Chelsea have a philosophy that they've had.
Yeah,
which is.
But that philosophy isn't inherently Chelsea. That was an Abramovich philosophy. They didn't used to do that. Yeah. You know, Ranieri was there for a decent amount of time. They've had managers there for a good chunk of time. That was when you said it was an Abramovich thing, not a Chelsea. What was Chelsea about Abramovich? No, but that's what I'm saying.
Respectfully,
no, but what I'm saying. But now, but the man who brought in this philosophy of, you know, you win as a trophy, you start badly the next season, you're gone. He isn't there now. He obviously had an eye for who to give a bit more time, when to leave it, who to sack, who to bring in, because they're the most successful team of the last 15 years or whatever, or thereabouts. I think you probably take City's 6 Premier Leagues or 5 Premier Leagues now, but they're certainly up there. Yeah. And you just think it
is a way.
Just because you sack someone doesn't mean you get someone better in. Because they sacked Tuchel and went, right, it's like Abramovich all over again. Yeah, this'll work. And then you get in a lad who's never won a trophy and the biggest club he's ever managed.
Yeah, you thought it was dodgy from the start.
Yeah, obviously it was dodgy. I think Nagelsmann's dodgy. I think there's a reason they've not gone for him. I think that he's another manager in that kind of Poch mould where you go deep down. Yes, you've got a tactic in you, but can you manage big boys? Because you obviously you won the league with Bayern, because who doesn't? But when it came down to it, people seem to sort of turn away from him and go, "Nah, I don't care about you." Yeah. I don't think they can handle it. They need the biggest name they can find next time, because otherwise we'll be here in 8 months' time.
Conte.
And honestly, wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. I don't think I wouldn't do it if I was them, but I think he would win trophies there.
Yeah.
But maybe not the Premier League, and that's probably what they need in it. Anyway, we're about to kick off. Give me a score prediction, Ronaldo.
2-2.
Yeah, I think I said 2-1 in the preview, and that was before I'd seen the team. I think the team is similar to the one I picked, actually, but I thought we'd have a slight shuffle in the midfield.
It's a mad thing with Sancho, because what I said to him about him, I obviously played academy football around the same age as him. I've seen a lot of him in the academy level, and I would probably say he's the best. Jadon Sancho's the best academy footballer I've ever seen. Yeah. He was definitely the best player I've ever seen play, or at that level. Yeah. And so when I'm kind of judging him, I'm judging him on the state of what I know he's capable of. Yeah. He's ridiculous footballer. He was a lot more direct though, and down back then. I don't know. Obviously, it's men's football. It's a little bit different. Isn't it? Players are better, but
wingers are fast and strong.
People can say a lot of things about his productivity and his physicality and office, but one thing you can't deny Sancho is his ability. Yeah. I think that's what frustrates fans more, though. I think it frustrates fans more when you know a player's got ability and they've got quality, but they aren't producing it. Yeah. Like sometimes you see likes of McTominay and then fans will just say he's just shit. He's just average. Yeah. People don't really say that about Sancho. They just say he doesn't do it.
Well, no one's saying Sancho isn't talented. That's why it's almost more frustrating, because you think there's a world class player in there, maybe, or certainly world class talent. Yeah. But we're not seeing it. Go through a few score predictions before we go live. But we've got 3,000 people watching, just under, and we've only got 200 likes. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Come on, if you're watching the video, hit the like button, and every like is 1 goal for Manchester United, so you might as well hit it. And this game isn't on telly tonight, which is surprising, isn't it? West Ham Newcastle, is that on telly, Ethan?
Yeah, that's why we've got to do that thing we always do when it's not on TV. We've got to get Old Trafford in the studio.
Yeah, it's quite an ordeal where we have to take the walls out of the studio, which these look like the studio walls, but this is just a prop in Old Trafford.
It's a green screen.
It's a green screen. We've got a few score predictions. Giancarlo Bernasconi, not the one who used to run Italy. It says 3-1.
Is that the person that
was
usually...
Berlusconi.
Oh, is he when you leave it too long in the toaster?
What? I don't even know what that means. David Ellingsworth.
I thought you of all people. I thought.
I might do if I think about it. David Ellingsworth says 3-2. Rashford, Anthony, Bruno. A lot of threes. How are we getting one? Special one says 2-1 United. Vicky Gage says 2-0 Brentford, which isn't a team, but I assume you mean Brentford. Kush Patel says 3-1 win. Brentford doesn't keep clean sheets at all. Yeah, but we can't score. Ute Hube says Lank Frampard. Cookman says 3-0 Brentford. John Baxter says 2-0. Come on, you Reds. Gary says Brentford has a piss poor record at Old Trafford. They are quite substantially less potent away from home, aren't they? But even so, I think United. Bernasconi. I get it. It's the way you threw me off because I don't imagine a scone going in a toaster. That's an oven food, if you ask me.
Oven?
You're putting scones in the toaster, slicing it in half and toasting it.
Yeah.
Oof. Needs to have a little rethink there. I think you want that hot, steamy softness in the middle, not like a crispy centre.
I feel like scone's too simple to be like Gordon Ramsay like that. I feel like you just put it in the toaster.
Gordon Ramsay putting something in an oven is Gordon Ramsay in it. Mark Griffith says 3-2. Philip Glover says 2-1 United. Lots of wins, lots of wins.
Ben Foster.
People asking what channel it's on. It is not on television in England. This game isn't televised, so you're gonna have to watch it, and we'll tell you what happens. Otherwise, you'll have to find another way. Brian Mbuemo, did he play in Spain before he moved here?
I'm not quite sure.
Am I mixing up with Mbumbu, I think?
Mbumbu, that's a great name.
Let me have a look. Where did he used to play in Mbuemo? He's born in... Yeah, he's from Troyes. Mbumbu.
See, that midfield three looks like something out of Lost Kingdom.
What's that mean? Is that
The,
Jurassic Park?
Nah, the Vikings series on...
Oh, Norgard, Jensen and Damsgaard. It is a little bit invading the north, isn't it? It's a bit Game of Thrones.
Exactly.
It's weird that's another part of the world where United have very rarely had players from. Eriksson, I think, was our first Danish player, wasn't he?
And then I think he was our first Austrian.
Well, that's not the same part of the world.
Austria is not. It's not Scandinavia, but it's...
Austria's like near Germany and that. We've had Henningberg, Zlatan, Lindelof, Elanga. Actually, there's loads what I'm on about. Right, we're about to kick off. I'm going to stick with my 2-1 prediction. But it's a tough one, this, isn't it? It's very much a tough one. Schmeichel, of course, yeah. Me saying that United don't get a place from Scandinavia, I was wrong. I rushed it out. Ronnie Johnson, there's loads of them. I just made a mistake, all right? Just leave me alone.
They're on your ass.
I know, Schmeichel was the first Danish player, yes. Someone saying Jaap Stam, you've got it wrong there, not me, which makes me feel better because Jaap Stam's Dutch. But yeah, United have got loads of Danish players.
Do you know what?
Players, I just said it.
When they see someone getting piled on for being wrong, so
yeah,
they want
to
join in. Yeah, Jaap Stam as well.
No. Jaap Stam's from Netherlands, south. Right, about to kick off. A little bit of volume wouldn't go amiss.
I'm a mobile.
I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. Good luck, everyone. Henningberg, yeah, I know. There's tons. Blomqvist, yeah, get it. Got it wrong.
Yeah. I was going to say, who's the right winger that we had back in the day?
Yes, but Blomqvist, yeah.
Was it? Yeah. No, it wasn't Blomqvist.
There's a midfielder.
We had like a really direct... I was before my time, but it was a really direct right winger. That was Kanchelskis. Oh,
yeah,
is that?
He's from...
Kanchelskis.
Let's have a look. I don't want Paul Konchesky. I want Andrei Kanchelskis. I don't know where he's... Ukraine. Thank you. Do you like this thing that Ten Hag tends to do, which is when you play shit, I'm playing the same team again? What do you make of that? He did it for the Liverpool game and then the game after.
Prove
he did
yourself, you dickheads.
He did it again roughly tonight. Dallo hitting it long. We'll take a corner.
You take a corner. I don't know about corners against these big bastards.
Yeah. They're a good team, aren't they, Brentford? Do you think that?
I think they've got a bit of Sheffield United about them.
I was just going to say that.
I think they're overachievers, and I think that always catches up in the Premier League if they don't have. You can't just stay the same. They're the team that they have to improve in the summer in terms of personnel.
But this is the thing, isn't it, where we saw Sheffield United. They had this team. They played the same team that got promoted with them, or a lot of the same players, and it worked.
Yeah.
And then they started experimenting in the transfer market, spending a bit of money. Who was it, the midfielder that they got that a lot of teams were after? The defensive midfielder.
For who?
Sheffield United.
I'm not sure. I was about to say Jack Rodwell then.
No, you'll know what I mean. I'll find it anyway. They got him in. They got a couple of other players. They got Brewster. They got these players in, and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
But
it looks like they're straight back up, aren't they?
Yeah. Looks like it now, yeah. Who was it? Because United were linked with him. Sander Berge, do you remember that?
Sander Berge?
Yeah.
No, I don't
He's
remember.
like 18 million, 20 million quid. Just didn't do it. Just didn't work.
Okay, no.
Luke Shaw with a great run. Hit it, Luke. Oh. I was like Kai Havertz yesterday for Chelsea.
If Luke Shaw banged that.
Yeah. Sancho.
Sabitzer playing really high as he often does.
United with the ball. Yeah, wouldn't it be good to see a version of Sancho where one of the first words you think of is aggressive?
Yes.
I'd love to see that. Just if I'm him, I'm thinking, let me just try it for a couple of months.
Everyone's built like that. That's the
I
problem.
know, but just like, all right, direct then. Do you know what I mean? Just think like, I'm going to just try it. And if it don't work, I'll have a rethink. But the current situation isn't working.
And that needs, because that needs up against Rico Henry as well. He's a good little nimble, athletic defender as well. So
yeah. See, Varane's playing like he thinks he's got Casemiro behind him here.
Yeah.
Like he's up in the corner flag.
They are low blocking it though, aren't they?
I know, that's ooh, I thought I was going in for a second.
That was a straight pass. I had a needle stuffed over Martinez. He's asking a lot of himself.
David Raya.
David Raya. Oh, keeper.
Raya.
Good keeper.
Whatever you want to say. Do you like him? Would you have him at United?
But
going into the last year of his contract next season?
He's a good shot stopper as well if he is, because I'm not going to lie to you, that's still a really important attribute for a keeper. People have turned out thinking that the primary attribute for a keeper and who they want to sign is how good they are with their feet.
Yeah.
And like Edison's been successful at City, but shot stopping wise, he's not very good. So I think like he gets away with it being at City where he doesn't have to really come up against that many shooting opportunities. I think a club like us, United, and where we're at the moment, we're going to concede opportunities to teams. So we do need a keeper that's better at playing football, but we don't want to sacrifice their ability to stop shots because they're going to have to still do that.
Totally agree.
Would you take someone that is more in the Courtois mould, where very good shot stopper, not great with his feet, but at least commands his 18-yard box a lot better? Would you be up for that?
Courtois is not just like he's De Gea level on the ball.
That's what I mean. But he will come out for corners. He's much more of a commanding keeper. So he's got the shot stopping, but at least he can command his box, even though he's not great on the feet. Or would you rather go for someone that is a bit more, obviously shot stopper, but can play with the feet, but still, because De Gea doesn't command his box either, does he?
We have to find the best, don't we? That's what Sir Alex Ferguson did. He just looked for the best. And even our second keepers were. I loved Raymond van der Gaal.
Yeah.
You know, he was just like Schmeichel for me. He's like a carbon copy.
Yeah, Van der Sar.
Van der
Gaal. Do you remember him?
Van der Gaal.
Before my time.
Yeah, he was like he never played really, but when he did, he just looked just like him. I'll tell you.
But one thing I've noticed is Bruno's playing the deep. He's playing next to Sabitzer's playing 10.
Yeah.
Right.
That's interesting, isn't it?
I think when you give Bruno more responsibility to keep the ball, I think he does do that better. And we need to just stop doing this. I'm scared when we do this. We ain't got that in us. to do
Yeah,
it.
we can't play out bad. Really
Do you
bad.
see? Was it Jacob Murphy the other day?
Yeah.
Talking about De
Yeah,
Gea's
on
goal
fire.
kicks and that.
Yeah, he
You
said
see
he was
that?
taking very long,
So
and
you
it was
need
just
defensive.
everyone was pointing everywhere.
Yeah.
He said everyone looked like they just didn't really know what they were doing. So they obviously playing against teams like that, Jacob Murphy were the only one. He probably would have smelt blood in it, just thinking,
Exactly what
these
he
are
said.
unsure. Yeah. This guy Rory the lap in it. So I mean, like, this is a team that any free kick they get within the fucking 40 yards, they're whipping it in the box.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. Look how the fucking
But like
look
you
at
said,
Reyes.
Look at that.
If they have
That
Keeper. Nice.
well done, De Gea.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Newcastle winning. Wilson scoring.
Against who?
West Ham
So soon.
building up. Oh, good talk. Yeah.
Right,
go
can
on,
you
mate,
take
go on
him?
then.
Can you take him and
Good
do
defender.
something?
Find a
Enrico.
teammate.
Yeah.
Find a teammate. Problem is though, he's got just 2-on-1 in it.
Yeah.
He could have done better, but there's no obvious thing on there, was there?
Wasn't.
Go on then,
No.
David.
Just got to try and cut in and
Well done.
cut. You know, like do the in swinger,
Yeah.
as they know you're going to cut down the line. Just come inside and put it in. Or if there's someone in there, that is. But we'll find it at the fullback what he usually does.
Yeah, it does look like Sabitzer are playing further forward than Bruno, doesn't it?
Sabitzer and Rashford wearing gloves. Is it that cold?
No.
Not really.
Nah,
It's a little nippy,
I
but
don't.
it's not.
I used to wear them all the time though, so I got
Yeah.
I
Did
got
you?
no
Yeah.
excuse.
11 degrees.
My hands got freezing. Not at 11 degrees.
Gloves
Right.
in April, and that's a bit.
Gloves
mad.
in 11 degrees is quite.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. That.
That's not cold at all. Of that,
Especially
if you're
now, but
running.
you got to also.
Around with the gloves.
You also got to state the fact that it's not just you playing football. Like it's not like you walk. You just go. On
Yeah,
a
it's not
walk.
nipping to Poundland.
But you know
Do you know
what?
what I mean?
He's
You know what,
running
though?
about.
Running about.
You know what? I felt like a better player with gloves on.
Did you?
Yeah.
Like it sort of protected you a little bit.
It's not even that protection. It's the feel that you have with your hands. It's weird. It's like I didn't like wearing two socks. I could never wear two socks. People like, that they put their normal sock on and they'll cut the sock off. I just want the one whole sock and I put
Yeah.
the whole sock on
Yeah.
and pull it right up. I'm like, that's me.
Yeah,
I need it to be like that. Everyone's different, innit? When you wear gloves, I just feel
People
this
did
different
cut socks
feeling.
back then.
Towards the last day, yeah, like towards once I got to the Premiership times, I'm sure people were cutting their socks. Like that was the days where money doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Everyone's cutting socks and there's brand new socks every single week.
Oh,
And
yeah,
brand
yeah.
new, there's like 15 kits for the
Yeah.
for the whole season.
Do you remember going from a team where
You had to
money
wash
did
it.
matter?
Yeah.
And, same boots, same kit, same this, same socks, like, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, we can kind of do
Yeah.
what we want here. What was that like? Where was that?
I joined Bristol Rovers, so I was
Yeah.
washing my kit.
Yeah.
So I remember
Taking it
washing
home
my-
yourself?
Yeah, yeah. Wash
Nice.
your own kit. And then soon after, it was they washed the kit. I think if I remember that rightly, because I remember we just had the stuff. So it was always our stuff. We only had maybe 3 kits for this. Oh, that's a good ball.
Oh, it's a decent ball, that.
The low maker, run in a box. Interesting.
Oh, that's
Fuck,
that's
what
our
was
ball.
that, penalty?
Look.
He got it wrong. Whatever he was trying
Yeah.
to do, he messed it up. I won't
The
be
ball bounced up on my.
Right on his
Let-
chest.
let's
But
see.
that was easy to like work out where it's supposed to be.
Ray didn't fancy it, did he? Got some fresh teeth, hasn't he, Raya? Just brand new.
Good timing of the ball.
Let's see this. I want to see where it hits him here, because that...
Oh, his head.
yeah.
I think it hits his head.
Yeah. Just gets it all wrong, doesn't it, there? Corner to United, Luke Shaw. No one near it. And again, have another go. Whips it in. Back
The
post.
ball. No one's ever on it,
No.
apart from
Yeah,
Casemiro.
I never genuinely believed that we were gonna hit the ball.
Maguire can head it, but he doesn't go in the net.
Don't go hard.
He gets his head
Yeah.
on it.
He gets his head on it, but it's so soft. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. That's why when I first saw him come in, I thought, yes, we're gonna get some great headers here, some like power.
It was
headers.
it was a time where he was winning everything though, but he just weren't like.
That's what I mean. He
Just weren't
doesn't
going
head
in the net.
hard.
Another corner. Luke Shaw, both sides.
There's a skill to that, though, like scoring like power headers.
Mm.
I don't think he's learnt it yet.
That's a floater.
Oh,
He did like a little shuffle. He needs to go back out wide. This if we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
not like
poor,
that
though.
though.
we do look like we've got a little bit of extra energy about us,
Yeah.
but it needs to be obviously with quality. Let's see, can we have energy and quality?
Yeah.
Oh dear. So you're washing your own kit, then you get they're looking after it for you, but you still got a couple of kits for the season or whatever.
Yeah. Or actually, if I can, maybe it was at Bristol Rovers. It was wash your own kit, take it home, bring it back. Because I remember still having one of the blue towels. I still got a blue towel now, like at home. I'm not sure if it was from.
Have you got like
days.
a library card fine? If you ever take that back to Bristol, you've owed like 200 grand for that now. You've just been building up fines on that towel.
Yeah, but and then at Wigan, we washed. We didn't wash our own kit. Obviously, they washed the kit, but you only had a few shirts a season.
Yeah.
Then when I got to West Brom, I was just so surprised. I've got brand new kits that my son's just started wearing now, like of my kit of my like my Premiership season. He's mashed it up now. I even got one of my own to just look at it. But like I used to get everyone's kits and stuff, and then end of the season it was like, yeah, you have mine, Diamansi Kanu, my friend obviously Darren Carter, all the boys that we know. Inamoto, I was like, listen, Inamoto, I need your shirt. Yeah, you take this one, I take. So it was all just swapping shirts because we had at least 15 end of the season.
Yeah.
So that was good.
That's good.
That's because the Prem, innit? They just get as many shirts as you want. You give your shirt away at the end of a game.
I know, yeah, because like
couldn't do that back in the Bristol Rovers days.
Well, you're not wearing a shirt next week. You got to wear a size small. Right?
You got to buy your own shirt, buy another one.
Yeah, from the club shop.
Yeah. Don't give away that shirt.
No.
I'm telling you. It's funny. Well, the funny one was at Old Trafford, actually. Because obviously me and Rio, we've been meet every day at school. Because our kids both in the same class.
What? Yeah.
And then we had each other in the league game here at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
And played after, and I was like, Rio, have your shirt? He's like, yeah, cool. I was like, do you want mine? He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
You really want mine?
That's good.
It was just a weird feeling, like, you really? Me? What? I'm there watching him all my life. Like,
what would you have done
up.
if he was like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm alright. I'm good. Or if you walked out and you saw it in the bin outside Old Trafford, he's immediately chucked.
Or if he goes, what you say, your shirt? And you're like, yeah, and he goes, you're like that awkward laugh.
A little laugh at it.
Yeah.
Oh, my
But
God.
have you got like a little room in the house, or do you like dotted about, or what?
Where
is all the stuff?
I've got a big plastic box, like IKEA box.
Yeah.
With like all my footballs, hat-trick balls, like the top. Like a few medals from winning the, what was it? I got top scorer in the cup one year.
Nice.
So I got one of those. That was the EFL Cup. I think it was the EFL Cup.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Me and Scholes was actually a joint top scorer.
Oh, that's amazing, that, isn't
so at least I got one. I'm not sure if he did. But I've got like all of the shirts as well in that box in my garage. So.
But just not like framed.
I should, but
just in an IKEA box in the garage.
I just got nowhere to put it now. I used to have a room when I had my big house. I used to have a room.
Yeah.
That's like
a games room with everything ready to go up.
Yeah.
I don't have that no more, so I can't put it anywhere.
That's not right.
So I'll wait till later, innit? Till I can get back on that
on the big
that
house.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when you in like a film where they find like grandpa's old like thing in the attic, and they found out it was like a world-class racing driver or whatever, like grandpa's old helmet in the attic, and they're like, what's this? That's gonna be you.
Worth 50,000.
Yeah, the old YouTube clips of
Sancho Silky there. This is what I mean. Like you see that, like bits of play like that where it's just nutmegging man and just.
That's what he does. He does that stuff.
That's a good
We
pass.
need this bit where you can get it now.
I was thinking receiving the ball there, Luke Shaw.
Rashford.
Pop
Nice.
it, move one more out. One
Callum.
more.
I'm so glad that shot got
was
blocked.
telegraphed.
You can't shoot it into the boys who's right in front of you. Put it.
Ooh,
It was weird.
malfunction.
Great tackle.
Oh, and done again.
You didn't need to flick that though.
Yeah.
They're giving us enough chances to try and do something now.
Yes, but they're very they look very organised. Essentially, I think that's not where we're gonna get through. They got through because they played in the 5 at the back.
Yeah.
And Rashford isn't great. Ball at his feet surrounded by men. His dribbling's not that.
No, that's where you
shit.
get, like you're saying, Martial's got that about him.
Yeah, Martial can do it.
Yeah. You see what I mean about them two together there? That's just one chance there out of nothing.
Yeah.
He nearly slips him in.
I know.
And that's just those two. We link up, one touch, bang. You don't want that happening too often. But that's what can happen because there's two of them. And that's what happens when Martial's with Rashford. Hopefully, we see that later on in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, decent start from United. Not looking as... Well, we're controlling the game, actually, compared to the Newcastle game. But no chances yet.
See how McTominay's playing, like that's higher than Casemiro would be.
Yeah.
So like
you'd be here.
See, you lose that kind of connectivity.
Yeah.
It's just like
he's just in the way.
He's just in the way.
Look,
do you know what I mean?
He's surrounded by 5 players.
You can't
and
stand
he hasn't
there.
got the dribbling or the passing to be effective when he receives the ball. There.
Yeah.
Like is
no one can pass to him.
Is McTominay in a
There you
position?
go.
Is
He's
McTominay
not.
in a position there for where we lose the ball? Like he's in a covering
Look,
position, or is
he's
he like,
nowhere.
Do you know what I mean?
He should be ready to
Should
get
be ready,
that
do you know what I
off
mean?
him. Yeah. He's just standing in the wrong position. He doesn't understand where to be.
Like
to open
Bruno's
things
makes
up.
more sense.
Yeah.
That's what Casemiro does. Casemiro half the time, Matic used to do it as well.
Yeah.
He's playing as a centre back,
Yeah.
but a centre back who can pass or bring the ball out.
He's in a position.
McTominay's like unpassable to all the time. Look, you can't pass it to him. Is it? Let's clock the next time McTominay's in a position where you could even pass to him if you wanted to. He's a midfielder. No,
He needs to be where Breno is now.
Like you can't.
Yeah.
There's a man between him and the ball at all times.
I just feel like
He's out of the game.
as it being the deepest line midfielder, he's not. He's in a position where if they win the ball back, they just take him out the game straight away.
Yeah.
Look, you can't pass to him. You can't like.
It just clogs up the place. Now Rashford can't even make runs in behind.
Yeah.
No one can make runs anywhere. Just put the ball in. Just put it in. Because that's the
There
only
you go.
way we're
Now is
gonna
the first
score.
time he's been available for a pass.
Just cross the ball in.
There you go.
There
Because
you
he's
go.
come a bit deeper. Like
That's better. That's what he needs. So just stay there now.
Yeah.
Stay there. Provide the
stay
option
this
there.
side of their midfield.
Yeah.
Of their attackers.
Come on,
let
is
the
that a
attack-
free kick? Yes.
Let the attacking players deal with that.
Yeah.
You need to be here, like you said, if we lose the ball, or as an option at all times.
Because you know one thing, like as a striker, I live with my back to goal.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with my back to goal. I'm also comfortable getting on it and running at you, but
Do you feel better receiving the ball when you can feel the defender, or
Yeah, of course,
rather than
'cause
when
you-
they've dropped off a bit? Yeah,
I love pinning them.
Yeah.
I said, just play me the ball in.
yeah.
I love that side of it.
Yeah, that's like one of my mates. He said he prefers to receive the ball like that than
Yeah.
being dropped off in
Because
space.
you don't know when they're going to come and clap you.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Unless you push him off and get it straight away. Otherwise, when you push him off and you don't get it, and you're waiting, and then the ball comes, it's like you get smashed. You're like, uh-oh, why'd you play me the ball so late?
Free kick here, about 25 yards out.
Sabitzer scored a free kick the other day for
Austria.
So come on.
I don't want Rashford taking it.
I want Sabitzer taking it.
Rashford's got that technique where it's like a screamer once every 90 attempts,
5
but
years,
like
yeah. Come on, Sabitzer.
I think it is Sabitzer. Decent.
Oh,
He's just flicked the top of the wall. That decent effort though. Corner to United.
He's known for like having a bit of a screamer in him, but he's not shown that. So
he's got a shot on him, hasn't he?
That was a bit. I don't know. Well, he did score 2, didn't he, for Austria? So
yeah.
Corner to United. Come on.
So no one's on the move. Look at everyone. No one's on the move. So you're not gonna score standing still. Nobody scores goals standing still.
No. The ball has to be so perfect.
Yeah. And then the
'Cause you have to
defender
just
has
work-
to not win the ball.
Yeah.
How's that gonna happen?
Not possible, is it? 2-0 Newcastle, by the way. Ellington scored as well, so that's them winning. You'd have thought.
They've kicked into gear
I'm
again.
impressed by Newcastle actually.
They're a very good
I
team.
thought after the League Cup they might finish 9th. Like one of them where Chelsea will get their act together, Liverpool probably will. Tottenham's obviously going to be there or thereabouts. Brighton, I could see him finishing behind all of those players, all of those teams. But now I think
it's Hack's back though, man. He
they're
had a
challenging
long
for top
spell
4
out
again
wasn't
now.
Yeah, he had a spell out not playing, and you know he's got a good record. His record's very good.
It is really good. He was really good the other night. I thought he deserved
Did
a goal
he
against
score,
United.
Did he not score? It was Willock.
But he
But
for
had
their
the
first
header
goal, won the ball at the edge of the box,
flicked it back
laid
across.
it in.
He flicked that header back across, didn't he?
No, he was before that. He was on the edge of the box. He was the one who received it and played the guy in on the right hand side.
All right.
Go on there,
Come on.
Anthony. Right foot. That's decent.
Oh, he did right foot.
Oh! McTominay there, just a little side
That's what
volley.
we want to see, though. Look, use
a
your
right-footed
foot.
cross from
Perfect.
Anthony.
I know, and it worked.
I saw something
That's what
just
I'm saying.
before that way. He knocked the ball past the
Yeah.
fullback and sprinted as well. He looked like he had a bit.
tried,
He actually has got enough pace to do that. So I don't
Yeah.
know why he doesn't do them often.
Nice little pass that,
Yeah.
and it's a tough angle. It's a
tough
tough height for
attempts,
McTominay, in it? But
What's he saying? Handball. Oh, did it handball? Did the guy? That's not handball though, is it? But
no. Tough
bad
that.
though.
Not
If we could have kept
Not
it
bad
down.
technique.
Yeah, that's a tough one to
He's a
keep down.
decent finisher, to be fair.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Right.
He does have good finishing about him.
We saw it a couple of years ago, that goal against Arsenal. We just passed it in the bottom corner, bent it round the outside of the post.
He's done a few of those, to be fair.
He scored a couple against Leeds, just where, he can arrive at the ball and strike it nicely, can't he? Consistently. Whereas Fred, somehow he's got 6 goals this season, but you don't
look like he can do it.
The ball well, do you?
Go on, innit?
Luke Shaw's got such a good first touch.
Yeah.
And we rely on it so much. Like, we just put in the ball. We don't know what to do. Just smack it to Luke Shaw as hard as you can and he'll sort it out. He's playing like midfield at the minute, Luke Shaw.
Yeah, Luke Shaw's one of our more technical players.
Yeah, definitely. Like, natural ability, he's right up there, Luke Shaw.
Yeah. He's starting to learn this, inside position, trying to do a...
Oh, well done there, Bruno. That's 2 fouls on Bruno there.
Love that, though. Look, play him. Play him now. Play him now. Yeah. There we go. Do something.
Go on, Sancho.
Make something happen now. That's what you got to do, though. Keep getting in position.
I feel like he should have crossed it initially.
Yeah.
Bruno outside the foot. Anthony.
Are you serious?
He was never heading that.
No, he didn't want to.
Bang him off the ball.
It's a foul.
But Henry's fast as well, though. Well done, Rashi.
Marcus is one of those players that every time someone hits into him or there's a collision, I just get injured.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Shoulder's going to fall out.
He's so finely tuned, isn't he?
That was a chance from Sancho, though.
Yeah.
I think he had a little bit of an opener. I think he should have made a bit of a decision earlier. I think he should have crossed it initially on that, or he should have shifted it on the pullback.
Yeah.
He did neither in the end.
Yeah.
That's just that decisiveness, isn't it?
Yeah. I think if he gets in those positions more often, we're going to see more from him. He'll start doing better.
The problem is if you're a winger and you get in that position once a game, there's a lot of pressure on you doing something.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, he's looked a bit more sprinty. Sancho.
He does.
I know that's not a word, but just when he gets
springing his step. I know
he's just something about him, isn't there, so far, which is good.
Front foot.
Yeah, a bit more energy.
Make something happen.
This is good. Dallo keeps getting in this position, and every time he thinks, I want to shoot.
Cutting. Let's do it. There we go.
Good. Yeah. Oh, unlucky.
Come on.
Bit of no man's land there from Raya, wasn't it? Like he wasn't
sure, was he?
The cross. No, it worried him that.
No, but I felt with limited back lift, but
just keep trying to do that.
Yeah.
I think 1 out of 10 will go in. Needs to be less, of course, but 1 out of 10 will go in, or hit the target at least.
It's weird. He scored 7, but I can remember a good 3-4 big, really good chances.
Yeah. He could easily have had. He could easily have 13 by now.
Yeah, I think there was one against Everton
when he was through on goal.
And
he should have scored. There's a few.
Yeah, there's a few.
Wolves as well. I think Wolves.
Yeah, when the ball came out to him on first time left foot inside the area, and he just passed it straight central.
Forest. I think at Forest they should have scored against Forest. A few really good chances.
Is that the one where Vegos followed up and scored? The Forest.
I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
Was that a good chance? A good shot? And
no,
then
it was a good shot.
I remember his one. I remember his one against
scored.
Forest. It was inside
he
right
did well
position, and he's 1-on-1 with the keeper on the left, and
right.
he's just hit it central again.
Yeah. What was that yellow card for?
Luke Shaw just late, sort of clearing him out. Probably was.
I think Rashford's kind of lost his Mario star.
A little bit. Yeah, the music isn't playing when he's...
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, he's not got that anymore, has he?
No, he needs to get another one.
Yeah, he does. Oh, there you go. Brentford.
There's a
free kick.
We need him back on it. If we're going to come third or fourth, we need him to score all the games, every game from now to the end of the season.
If he doesn't score another 12 goals this season, we're not
flopping.
God, it'd be good to have someone else score for once, wouldn't it? I'd love it.
Mate. But that's our issue, isn't it? When you look at our side, although there's goal... Look, you can't say you expect goals from Sancho at the moment, can you?
No.
And you can't say you expect lots of goals from Anthony. You can only expect from Rashford, from what I can see.
Oh, is it like a fast broken?
Oh, yeah. Well done, guys. Is that for me?
Yeah.
Bit late, though, isn't it? 25 minutes, a bit late.
Yeah, I think it's for Mbuemo.
Well, he should have been able to do that just before he kicked it. Yeah, so a little bit more during the game as well, I guess.
Yeah, just a little break.
Where's he from again?
What
country is it?
Cameroon.
I think it's Cameroon. He was born in France, but he plays for Cameroon, so I guess Cameroonian family. But he was born in Avalon, France, which I've never been to.
Me neither.
Where is it near?
Never heard of that area, to be fair.
No,
in
it's
France.
kind of Auxerre's probably the biggest.
So
It's quite in the middle of nowhere, really. Near Dijon, Auxerre,
Okay,
but not in that part of France there where it's like
right. Is that near Paris? Isn't Paris right in the middle anyway?
it's not far from Paris, but it's not close. So yeah, kind of small town, really.
Good touch. Good ball. Put him in. Sancho, move out wide. Play him.
Yeah.
Now take him. Wait for the overlap.
Overlap, use it.
Well done. There we go. Oh. Nice work, though. Nice work.
Nice work. Oh, through ball could have been a bit further ahead.
Yeah.
150 miles from Paris.
Thanks.
Yeah. Details. Decentness, but the only problem is Rashford's laid the ball off and then we've got no one in the middle.
Yeah.
I suppose he's got Sabitzer, but he's not. All he's got is that little back heel in the locker. He wants to do that same one again, didn't he?
Again.
Another corner.
At least we got someone moving. Try and curl it. Just try and curl it. Okay.
Not a bad clip, that.
There we go.
Yes!
Tell me he's
great
onside.
little nod down from Sabitzer.
Tell me he's
there.
onside.
Great nod down.
It
Tell me
was.
he's onside.
Yes,
Lovely
fuck it, that
cross
was a bit
from
soft.
Anthony.
Ashford.
Yes.
And Sabitzer there.
28th goal of the season.
Really good goal, that. Sabitzer
Anthony didn't go
with
over.
the vision there to nod it down. I'll tell you what, I watched again the other day, and this is nothing to do with this, but you know that Troy Deeney goal against Brighton, the one 90th minute, 95th minute to
Leicester.
win it. Against Leicester, sorry, yeah, I'm thinking.
I watched that as well. Come on my YouTube feed.
Yeah.
Playoff final.
Algorithm.
Knockout misses the penalty, go to the
Yeah.
semi-final, playoff semi-final, goes to the other
He
end.
dived.
But awful dive as well.
Yeah,
but is it Hogg, whoever it is, who heads it down?
Hog!
But the composure,
Yeah.
the sheer mental strength
Tell
for
me
him
it's
to nod
onside.
that down instead of heading it towards goal.
Yeah.
I can't even. It's the best part of the whole thing. The fact that he don't just head it in, he heads it down. Unbelievable. Anyway,
He's onside, right?
yeah, he's onside. I think the ball goes
Yeah, he
backwards.
is offside.
Yeah.
Sabitzer with it. Honestly,
Yes.
back to the point.
Hopefully I'm wrong
Brilliant
completely.
header.
Great finish.
Really good finish. Composed. Just side foot. Get a good contact on it. Don't try and knock the tits off it.
Yes.
That was a great goal all round. Great
really
pass
good.
by Anthony.
Yeah, ball over the top,
Clever
dinking
nod down
over.
and good
Yeah.
finish.
Because that's
Come
a
on,
difficult
boys.
one from Anthony as well, because it's very straight in it.
Yeah.
He's got to play it straight through, and
Yeah.
he does well there.
Come on, United. Let's get another 2 now.
Really good. Really important to get that first goal as well. That's our first league goal since the cup final. That.
See that from it. So it's just things like that. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like,
Bruno looking at you like, what are you doing?
It's a 5-yard pass.
There's no one
bro,
on
come
you, lad.
Oh, unlucky. Oh, that's a good goal. That.
It's big. Playing with a lot more intensity today, though.
Yeah.
That was like having a number 9 hold-up player. That Sabitzer, wasn't it? Like, ball up,
Nice
I'll
link,
down to you.
dink off.
Yeah.
Niall Quinn.
You know.
Oh, unlucky.
That was a nice try.
Win that.
So with Bruno there, when he's passing the ball back through to McTominay, McTominay's still just playing. It's almost like we're not playing with a DM.
He
Yeah.
shouldn't really even be playing, should he? I think just throw Fred on and just make him run around. And
But Fred can't hold that position either.
I know he can't, but at least he runs and chases people
Yeah.
everywhere and just passes the
We
ball to
needed
someone.
Michael Carrick.
Yeah, of
Someone
course.
who's- I mean, everyone
He's
needs
too
Michael
good
Carrick,
though.
but like,
not many of them around.
you know, I mean, we've got Casemiro, but someone who's a Thiago, a Busquets, a Pedri, maybe not a Pedri, but someone who's
a
Rodri,
Jong.
sorry,
A De Jong.
De Jong. There you go. Give me a De Jong.
Let's get a De Jong there.
Someone who can receive the ball off the centre backs time and time again.
Yep. Right.
Go on. He's whipping that.
There we go. Oh,
That was a chance, you know.
I know, but you just got to know how to make the run.
It's
The fullback's never going to make the right run like that, is
I
he?
think it was an overload though. You feel like we just a bit off it.
He's-
I always prefer, not all the time, but when you under it across a bit, at least when it gets headed out, you still can keep the pressure on. I think when you beat out for a goal kick, it's
over
just
here
like
he's a killer in it.
it's just like a sense.
We're still in 4th. Well, that's not bad though. At least we'll be in 4th if we win this.
And it puts us through. If we win this, we go 3 points clear of Tottenham with a game in hand.
Yeah.
Which is, we take that.
Yeah, I hate the game in hand thing, no man.
Yeah,
but as long as we've got that
But that's-
game in hand when Casemiro's back, I'm happy.
If we've got a game in hand, that's going to give us an average of 2 points, that game in hand.
Yeah. I think the only game after this that I'm really worried about is the Brighton one.
Yeah,
So other than that, I feel like we should. I know we get
Strong.
Tottenham, but we should be able to beat Tottenham. I think we should be able to beat Tottenham. Surely.
Depends who they've got.
Surely.
Oh,
They might have a
coming
bit of
in.
momentum and a new manager by then. I think they should go for Nagelsmann if they can get him. I think he's right for them because they don't need someone that can manage egos in the same way.
Do you think Frank Lampard could do a job with these boys? Because he's now got like pretty much
Chelsea.
a lot of what he wants, or not what he wants, but he's got a lot of players to choose from. Do you think he can find the right blend with these players, or is there a blend with these players? Because I can't see it
No, I don't think so.
going
It
forward.
just
Not
seems so
defensively.
unbalanced.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've got so many players. The way I usually take a look at them is I play with them on FIFA and try and pick a team and
Yeah.
try and figure out what's the best team. And
Yeah.
it's so tough. It's
Yeah.
so tough to pick
And
a
two
team.
of their best, well, some of their best players are injury prone as well, which is never
Yeah.
helpful, is it? Like Kante,
Chelsea on FIFA would be a
Reece
nightmare
James.
to like pick a starting 11.
Like-
telling you, mate. Who would you take out of Chelsea's team right now and just put them in ahead of a Man United
Oh,
player?
Reece James immediately.
Reece James,
Reece
100%.
James, what a player.
Yeah, no question
Reece
of a doubt.
James.
I'd throw Kante in right now as well.
Enzo Fernandez.
Obviously because
Yeah, I'd
would
put-
you put Enzo in
Yes.
ahead of Eriksen?
Yes, whoever plays next to
Casemiro?
comfortably ahead of Eriksen, Sabitzer, McTominay or Fred.
I don't know if comfortably ahead of Eriksen in...
Man on.
depending on what you want him to
comfortably ahead of Erikson.
do. Not as
Yeah?
a passer. Not as a passer. No way.
I don't know.
Not as a
I
chance
don't know how
creator.
good he
He's
is.
not
I've
as
not
good as
putting him
Eriksen
ahead
in
of
that.
Eriksen yet because I don't
he's
really
not-
believe
but
a
he's
lot
more
of them,
all-round
I
than
really.
Eriksen.
He's a lot more. That's the point I'm making. He's more complete midfielder than Eriksen
Yeah,
is.
but it depends what we need next to Casemiro, isn't it?
I haven't seen enough
It's
of
not.
him myself.
It's not an Eriksen type though.
What is he?
Eriksen still is like a luxury player to have in a midfield pivot.
What
I'd
is
definitely
Enzo?
take him.
What is he?
He's a 10 really. Or
But
like
Enzo is a 10.
No, I mean Eriksen.
No, what's Enzo?
Oh, I think Enzo's an 8. In my
so he's
opinion.
like a Herrera.
He does. He does pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So like what Herrera did for us, that's what he'd do for us.
He's like he's got the defensive aspect, but he's good going forward. He can pass
Yeah.
the ball. He's got a strike on him. He can get a goal. He's like
Yeah.
pretty much a bit of everything.
So who else is in that mould then that you would look at and go, yeah, similar players, similar positions? Who's in there that does that? Is Xhaka? Are you talking about like a Xhaka type?
Yeah, because Jacques is this season has turned into an 8, hasn't he?
Yeah, so I mean that type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ish. He's more. I think he's more finesse than Xhaka though.
Is he a Bellingham position?
Who?
Yeah.
Bellingham?
Bellingham's like an attacking 8 as well.
I think he's an 8. I put like Herrera,
Yeah.
Enzo, then Bellingham, all them in that 8
He's
position,
just really
the
well-rounded,
Eriksen position.
Fernandez.
Yeah.
That's what he's just really well rounded.
Right.
He's not. He doesn't have that precision like Eriksen on the ball, passing, final.
For everything.
Like Kante is just like an extreme deluxe, like business class version of like Fred Realini.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah,
Economy plus.
similar.
Go on then.
Uh-oh. I don't like that.
Let us know in the comments who you take from the Chelsea team, put in United's team.
Anyone else? Anyone in attack?
João Felix.
I'd take Zhao.
Oh,
Oh,
hello.
Malacia.
Malacia coming on. That's
What
not
is it?
good.
Who's injured?
Shaw struggling.
I guess it's Shaw.
Or is it Dalot?
Or is it...
Yeah.
No, Wan-Bissaka would come on for him, wouldn't he? If that was a no.
Yeah, Shaw looks gimpy.
Yeah, it might be. Did Shaw come off last game? No, it was Martinez, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I wonder who it is.
Could be Martinez.
Kobe Martinez.
Or Varane. It could be either of them.
Martinez has just taken that smash, so...
Yeah, could be Martinez. Put Shaw at centre back.
Who looks like it? Let's see who we can guess. Who looks like they're injured?
Can't tell who's
I
in
don't
there.
know, innit? Because Shaw's just walking about.
Dalot.
Dalot, yeah?
Dalot's running weird. I don't know
Let's see.
Oh, go on.
Ooh, good run.
Great pass.
Fucking hell.
Get
What
there,
a
where's the
pass.
keeper? Oh,
What's with the tentativeness though?
what happened?
What the hell?
He was nearly there.
He had it nearly there, and it's that little bit of.
That's what I mean. You
like,
gotta
I
get
mean,
there.
He's not quick, really, is he? Over 25 yards.
No, but he could have got that.
he just never runs it.
Surely it looked like he could have got that. Or is he offside already anyway?
He is, but I don't
He's
think he
offside
knew that.
anyway. But look, he's there. He's there. Getting ahead. Nah, he
It's like,
couldn't
I
get
don't
there.
want.
Okay.
I don't want a collision.
Okay, I'll give him that.
Shaw off. That's a bit of a worry.
Sure, what's wrong, mate?
He's just come off.
Don't touch your hammy.
Yeah.
Don't touch your
He's
hammy.
just come off an injury as well.
Oh, I just got a yellow.
It's not a yellow, but even so.
Don't want to get banned. Take me off, Gaffer. 36 minutes.
People saying Enzo, Reece James, Kovacic, Felix.
Yeah, Kovacic.
I like
I'll
Kovacic.
take him.
I don't love him.
He can't score a goal to save his life, but he can keep the ball and he can develop play.
I'm not saying
from defense.
he's not better than Frederick McTominay. I'm not
I think,
saying he's
but the thing is with
yeah.
Kovacic, I think he's definitely an aesthetics player though. So he looks like a really good footballer as well the way he plays, but necessarily isn't always. But he isn't necessarily always like productive.
No,
but he's a. You can't watch Kovacic and not think he's a bit of a silky footballer.
Yeah,
like
he's definitely got that. I just don't. He's a sort of player that if you could just in a dream world have him for free, I'd take him.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want United to buy him.
Yeah.
I think we could buy someone better than him.
Yeah.
But he's obviously better than Fred and McTominay, I would say. People saying James and Kante.
James all day. He's the
Reece
main
James
guy,
is the obvious one, isn't he? I think he's one of the best right backs in the world, to be honest. When he's
Would
fit.
you put Sterling on the right?
I'd take Sterling. I know he's been poor this season, but I think he gets into our team when we're struggling.
Yeah. Even when we're not struggling.
If he's on form, then he gets in anyway. But if he'd have had games won in the last few weeks, definitely. He'd probably be starting tonight, to be honest.
Yeah, he would be.
So yeah.
What over Anthony?
Someone said Reece James
No,
walks into any team in the world.
Pretty,
I think I'd actually agree. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what?
Because there's not that many world class right backs out there anymore. Anyway,
who is that? Yeah, and Kyle Walker's getting old.
Hakimi.
Yeah, I don't think he walks ahead of Hakimi, but everyone else. Yeah,
Hakimi, I think you know what Reece James
Hakimi's
might have
serious,
a shout as being like
number 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2 right backs in the world, and they're like
it's just
young.
Depends what you want, though, doesn't it?
Hakimi's pace.
Hakimi's not
madman as well. Not defensively.
I think Hakimi's actually not probably not as great defensively as Reece James.
Oh, like pass. That. One more.
Oh, that's a chance that,
You know how many times he does this?
I know.
I'm so annoyed by the amount of inconsistency his shot has in. He should be able to hit the target much more often. Yeah. The amount of times he does that shot. Come on, you got to hit the target more.
Miss by that much.
Tekers is not right. But obviously he hits the target sometimes, but that's every player. Every player, if you take 20 of those, you're going to hit the target at least 3 or 4. And you need to hit it at least 15, 16, man. Telling you, 15, 16 times out of 20, you should hit the target at least. With no one on you, no rush, no pressure.
That's a good pass.
Oh, one more. Bang it! Oh.
Not bad. Great pass, Rashford. Bruno there, just threading it through.
Not bad, lad.
We look a lot more dynamic going forward when Weghorst doesn't play.
Yeah, of course.
Respectfully. I think that's one of the takeaways.
Yeah, I think he only played because we didn't really have any option to play anyone else. No kind of focal point up front. And again, we don't have one now, but we're still having it.
Don't think we're going to score a corner from against these.
We're going short.
Short corner. Get it back again.
Oh, that's nice.
And bang it.
Anthony.
That's good. That's well kept down.
That's what happens when you've missed a few before it.
Yeah.
Oh,
man on. Don't mess about. Great. Good touch, though.
Great first touch.
Keep it. No.
Oh, that was a touch.
Oh, I'm scared of De Gea, man. Don't do it. He controlled it with the wrong foot.
He let him come across it.
He went out that all wrong, but he did it quite.
It looked alright in the end.
Yeah, unorthodox there from De Gea. Luckily, even if he'd have missed it, he was going out for a corner.
Just get it up the field, lad.
Yes.
Oh, that's a bit
swiping. That was a
nearly in it.
That was Captain Hook.
There we go.
Yeah, that hit ankle, that one.
Yeah,
not bad if that gets there. Not good.
And again, you got time.
Come on, Anthony. Show me something. He started to do more pass and move, get on the end of it the other side.
Doesn't twerk his leg as much.
Yeah.
And
that stupid circle.
Oh, come on.
If that circle could do something, it would be sick, wouldn't it? But it don't do a thing at all. It's just like,
if it just lulls.
It just doesn't do a thing. What a silly challenge. He's not already got a yellow, has he?
Nah, but he didn't even make contact.
Who was he going to get? Why put your hands up?
It's just not out of control, but there's no chance of him winning the ball there.
When does McTominay make tackles that are in control? There was a spell where all he ever used to do is run into players. You know what I mean? I get booked. And everyone's like, he works hard.
His second touch is a tackle.
That is annoying, isn't it? When it didn't actually touch the player, he jumps over it. And
Thing is, though, if he doesn't jump over it,
he's
just
hurt.
getting hurt. So you can't expect him to not, but it's still a foul.
Yeah.
Because if you you just stand there and get absolutely like Eduardo'd or whatever, no one wants that.
But is it a yellow if you don't get touched?
Yeah, I think so. I know what you mean.
If you get
But it's
someone,
not fair. No, it should still be a yellow because it's not fair to expect the player to get hurt. For the sake of the rule being adhered to, is it? Like, no, if you didn't twist your ankle, it's not a yellow. No, that should still be.
Wait. You injured? Any blood?
Yeah,
yellow card.
Yellow card.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, well done. Good block.
Martinez, his foot's just like chest high there, winning the ball.
Serious defender, Martinez.
Yeah. United has a fortress still for now.
Do you know how good Martinez is, with him being as small as he is for a centre half?
He is so good.
Do you think Martinez would be comfortably the best centre half in the world if he was like 6'2"?
He might have never had that drive though. It's hard. You can't say. I mean, maybe, yeah. If he was physically as dominant as he is on the ball and like mentally,
And just
that
you're
sort of
right,
aggression and all that. But then
Yeah.
you see so many big centre backs who don't ever have that because they didn't need to learn it.
like Van Dijk, where everything's nonchalant.
Yeah,
You know, I
he's
used
all
to say,
trying to be calm and composed all the time.
I used to say the same thing about Sheringham. Imagine Sheringham with pace. Like, it'd be sick because he's got such a good touch, good finishing. Imagine he had pace like Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Like, but you're never going to have them touches and all that.
No.
He wouldn't have been working on all of that much.
It's
And
like,
also
it's
you
like when you
would've
play
just
at
not really
Saturday
cared.
level or Sunday League and you watch, you see like a big, fat, beer-bellied guy bowling into centre midfield before the game. And immediately, as soon as I look at him, because it's Saturday level, it's still good level of Cheshire League, I'm thinking he's definitely going to be a bowler.
Yeah.
And then in the game, he's just like...
Nothing.
No. He's like... He's just technically mad. Do you know what I
mate,
mean?
pass
Play
from
him.
Bruno.
Keep him on. Oh, should have been in front of him.
Yeah.
One sec. Let's see you go. Step over. Bang. Bottom corner. Across goal now. No, you got to go across there. You've gone too far
Great
wide.
pass there from Bruno to Anthony, wasn't it? And Anthony's pass just started behind him.
Yeah.
Like they're teched. Like they can't move and that, but everything's like...
Good techers.
Good tech.
But like you look at the same thing with, like you're saying, same thing in it with Martinez. You look at him and think, well, you can't be shit because you won't be here. You can't be 5'9" and bad.
Yeah.
So you must be 5'9" and really good. Like, but then also, if you're 6'3", you can't have the agility and the touch and all that that someone who's 5'9" can. So part of why he's so good is because he's small, not just like overcoming that, like that twist and the turn and the balance. You can't really have that when you're, Sven Botman size. It's just impossible, isn't it?
Yeah,
Chris
I think he's
Smalling
got
could never do that.
But he's got pretty much everything you want in a defender, man. That's why I feel like he's the best defender in our league. And I don't mean like if you're one-on-one with him, he'll be the best guy to put against anyone.
Yeah.
I think the best defender meaning if you look at all his attributes, they'd all be up there. Every single one is up. But like, it's just tremendous. What you want in a defender, he's got it all.
Yeah, he reads the game so well. His aggression, he's good in the air. His tackling,
timing of
spot on. His
pass.
timing, his passing is brilliant. His passing range is brilliant.
Yeah.
He don't get flustered
Like
when
that
people
movement
are closing
from
him
Tony.
down.
Yeah, so I mean, running. Look at that run. Perfect run. Little flick. Could be a goal easy just from that. And that's what I mean about the in-swinger balls. Why can't we get that from Anthony from the other side? But we need a striker who really wants to be in the right positions, and that's where Kane will come into it. It'll be like, listen, put this on my head now.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you coming in and not playing that ball in. At the moment, you don't have a player who can make them runs and actually... Well, Rashford done it a few times. But like, we want to see that more often where he's in there demanding that ball. Well
That's
done.
a good foul, that.
Well done.
You never get in a booking for it, but it just completely shuts down the attack immediately. He's good though, isn't he, Tony?
Yeah.
Would you have him at United?
As a squad player, yeah. I'd have him as a
He's
squad
not a
player.
start.
He wouldn't be, yeah.
He'd start now.
Yeah.
But
But
you
he's
think
not...
we can get someone better?
Yeah, because we want to aim high. We don't want to go, we're playing against Bayern Munich or we're playing against whoever. Like, like we're playing against Man City. It's Tony versus Haaland.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound right. I think Kane versus Haaland sounds right for Man United.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since we had a sharp shooter, like proper Van Persie
Yeah.
type player who you put just a sniff of a goal and it's a goal.
Yeah.
Them players are not easy.
We've had a couple past their, like, Zlatan still had a bit of it.
Yeah.
Cavani still had a bit.
Yeah,
Ronaldo
but
had a
they're
flicker.
old.
But
Yeah.
it wasn't.
we want
their
someone
prime.
in their prime
Yeah.
doing that, where you give him the ball, it's a goal.
Yeah.
Like where, oh my gosh, it's just how did he do that?
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Just like game changer, isn't it?
Yeah, something from nothing, goals all the time.
Yeah.
Rooney did it all the time, and it was just like a normal thing. Imagine, we had so many players in the same side, everyone doing it.
Yeah.
Beckham, Scholes, Keane, Giggs, Nistelrooy,
Yeah.
Rooney, Van P, all these players, they just all was able to score something from nothing. Like proper techers. Nani outside the box from anywhere, left foot, right foot, drilled in the box. We can't do that anymore at the moment. Like Rashi, who else? Got that kind of thing in the locker where he gets it outside the box and just scores from nowhere.
Anthony occasionally.
And
He's got a little
he's got a bit of
magic
that.
somewhere in there, but it's not the same. It's not.
That's the weirdest thing about Bruno Fernandes is he's got like a great strike on him.
Yeah.
Great technique on the ball. He never takes any long range shots.
Not as much he used to. We don't anymore.
Yeah,
Half
he
time
did,
then
yeah.
anyway. Manchester United 1, Brentford 0. Just on that first half, I'll start with you, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
In comparison to Newcastle, absolutely night and day, wasn't it? We'll go through some of the stats in a minute as you almost fall off your chair, man. I would have loved it if I'd have asked you a question. You cut to your chair and it's just your feet in the air like a cartoon.
Wish you off.
Give me your thoughts on that first half.
It was like night and day from what we saw on Sunday. We're playing with a sense of urgency. Players look up for it. We look like we're playing actually a different pace from Brentford, which I didn't expect, because that's usually the way that they play. We look relatively comfortable. We do look kind of dangerous when we're going forward. I think just a few little bit of intricacies in the final third where we can get more chances. Yeah. I think we still need to score again, because I think Brentford are one of those teams that could scrounge a goal out of nowhere. But I do like what we're seeing. I think players will turn up today. They're playing like they've got a point to prove. Yeah. I'm seeing a little bit of a spark going forward. I think we look like a more dynamic, more vibrant team when we've not got Weghorst up front. Do you know what I mean? You've got the likes of the front three, Anthony Sancho, and
bit of excitement.
There's a bit of excitement there. Do you know what I mean?
Let me just give you a few stats. I want you to react to them. United 73% possession, Brentford 27. United 12 shots, Brentford 1. 2 shots on target, not great, but Brentford 0. Passes completed, United 315, Brentford 93. Attacking third passes, Brentford 21, United 107. 11 take-ons to Brentford's 3. Like the only stat that Brentford are leading in is tackles and interceptions,
which means they don't have the ball.
Exactly. That's such a big difference to the Newcastle game. And are you impressed? Does it make you go, why couldn't you do that the other day, or do you just think, let's focus on today? This is a lot better. What do you want to see from in the second half, and how do you sort of rate that so far?
One thing's for sure is that he's got in there and said, look, you better not be coming off this pitch with less stats than the other team. That's the one thing we have to beat them at first and foremost. If they score whatever after that, then fine. But we have to have that, and we've got that. But again, it shows that we don't really have much to show for it in terms of that amount of dominance. We should be 2 or 3 up. But I think we've just had that one chance. It was a good goal, well-worked goal in the end. But I'd like to see more end product from us to be able to do that. But you know what? Here's the thing. You know, when a team like this comes to town and then we start thinking that they're favourites, I don't think they like to be in that position. I think they just, you know, when they come and they feel like underdogs. Yeah. They got less pressure on them. These are the kind of teams where that happens. Whenever we think United are going to get turned over, they seem to do something. And I feel like this has just happened now. I'm just thinking about it now. I'm saying, I'm so scared we're going to lose. I think we're going to lose. Went to Newcastle. A lot of people were probably thinking, we're going to go Newcastle, beat them up again. Like it's just norm. We beat them. Yeah. Today was one of them days where we just felt a bit of worry because of past results. Yeah. And I think it's worked for Man United and worked against Brentford, funnily enough. Yeah,
like Jay said it in the preview. I think he predicted a draw. I said a 2-1 win, but I could see it either way. You said that you thought Brentford might even win. Yeah. Like that meant that feeling of nervousness and like we need a reaction from United and we're not sure we'll get it. Obviously the players are thinking we need a reaction and let's do it. Yeah. And we're seeing that just looking at the stats. In terms of passes made, United have got 9 of the 11 outfield players before you see an outfield player from Brentford making that amount of passes. Like only Sabitzer and Rashford had made less passes than any outfield players for Brentford. So United completely dominating the passes, the shots, the chances created, attacking like we said before, corners, crosses, everything, take-ons. Jadon Sancho, 2 out of 3 take-ons. What have you thought of his first half? We spoke about him in the build-up. Not quite as lively in recent games as we'd hoped for. Think there's been a bit more of that?
I think Jadon Sancho has been a lot brighter today. I think he's been a lot brighter. He's looked a little bit more sharp and direct. There's still been a couple instances where he could have done things a little bit quicker when he got in the area, but I still think he's had quite a bright first half. I think Anthony's been quite bright as well, but I think Anthony and Sancho are similar in terms of there could be a couple of instances where they could do a little bit more, but I think you can pick and choose that with any forward player in any team.
Yeah.
But I think we need to kind of hinge on the positives and feel like they both have put in a decent performance today. Rashford looks dangerous as well.
Yeah.
I think Bruno's played really, really, really well in that deeper role.
Yeah, he's made 2 chances. I think he's made the most passes of anyone on the pitch, Bruno.
Yeah.
Just a much more kind of involved and effective game from him so far, isn't it? Some of the passes, excuse me, like breaking the lines through to Anthony, we saw it, and then his pass wasn't so good. But playing those passes where you think no one else in the team can do that, especially when Casemiro's not playing. He's stepped up well, hasn't he, in that position? Yeah, I think Sabitzer has been a threat in that 10 role. It looks like he's a little bit more comfortable there. I think McTominay, been McTominay. And I think defensively we've been really good as well. I think Varane and Martinez have done really well against Tony and Mbeumo because they're not too easy teams to play against. Interestingly, Brentford are almost like 2 different teams home and away, aren't they? And not just in like the results, but actually in the way they try and play. As much as we've held the ball and we've done well to hold 73% possession and all that, Brentford aren't pushing and aren't pressing as hard as they do at home. Like that game we played them at the start of the season where they battered us, it was high intensity, high press. They played 2 very different ways. United almost needed a team like this that would sit back a bit, allow us to kind of build that we're the big team here, look at us, we control the ball, we do what we want. We almost needed a team like this. Obviously the game isn't over, but that half really suited United, didn't it? Especially after the Newcastle game where we just looked overran. Yeah, I think it's really surprising for me to see. I didn't expect Brentford to come out and kind of give us a lot of time and space on the ball. But look, I'm happy because I've always also thought, again, like there's a reason why they got the same goals against as us. So they are quite easy to break down. And that's because they leave spaces. But again, on the other side is they don't need much of the ball to score the kind of goals that they score either. So we just got to be wary of that to make sure that we, take care of them, their Route 1 stuff, some of the things that they've done in this first half. They've had a few good little chances which can turn out to be goals. So just keep them quiet on that side. But look, we're definitely playing better than we did the last game. And we deserve to be in front, that's for sure. And let's just build on that now. Let's build on it and get another goal, another 2 goals hopefully. Hopefully see Martial come on for 30, 35 minutes. I'd be happy to see that because then he'll get at least a bit more minutes in his legs. And let's see if he can handle playing, and without getting injured. Because I feel like we do need another goal. Yeah, me too. I think we could easily... We've done well so far, but if they start to push and press, I could see United buckling under the pressure a little bit because we have struggled with that, haven't we? We've got a few super chats. William Johnson said, I love Nathan on the stream. Glory, glory, Man United from Tromsø, Norway. 69 longitude, wink. So he's been a little bit cheeky there, but he's giving you a nice little compliment. Love it when you're on the stream. That's nice of a minute. Thank you. Fergal McClement says, doesn't know what month it is. De Gea's passing and all a lot better today. Sabitzer is impressing me. Yes, De Gea's made a couple of good passes, hasn't he? That sort of unorthodox control that he made, ball coming over his shoulder and went with his right foot towards his own goal. But it's been relatively effective, hasn't it? Sabitzer, that goal, let's talk about the goal then. So, it started with a corner, did it? I think it started from a corner, didn't it? I think so. And then Anthony's got the ball out 25, 30 yards out centrally, clips it into Sabitzer, who sort of stood on the 6-yard line almost, didn't he? With his back to goal. And then that little nod down to Rashford, and then just a beautiful sort of really controlled inside of the foot.
Yeah.
Nice strike from Rashford. But that play from Anthony and Sabitzer was really good as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's nice to see that he didn't just try and go for that far corner again. He thought, you know what, they're all coming out. Let me just dink it in to the man that's onside. And then luckily enough, Rashford got onside just in time for that touch from Sabitzer to bring it down. So then he can't be marked because he's coming from offside to onside. And then he's got a free tap in. So it's lovely to see that we managed to capitalise on something like that, a bit of imagination.
It's just a great goal all around that. Great bit of inventiveness from Anthony. And then you've got that poise from Sabitzer. And then you've got like a really, really crisp and clinical finish from Rashford. Just a quality goal, and it's definitely what we deserved on the run of play in the first half. And I think we need to score another one in the second half and kill the game. But for a team that's not scored in the last few games, we look relatively threatening. I think I did tell you the start of them. I think United have never gone 4 games without scoring in the Premier League.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I know that United have never lost a game at Old Trafford that they were leading at half time.
Is it?
In the league, yeah. In the Premier League.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Who comes on?
That's eventually going to change in it one day.
Eventually, but it's like 400 times.
Yeah,
it's not like
mad,
60. It's a lot. You would assume Martial at some point.
For who? Who do you think comes off?
Depends. Out of Anthony and Sancho, whoever starts the second half more slowly.
Do you think one of them will come off? Or do you think it could
Rashford
change?
Maybe.
I think Sancho comes off.
Do you think someone else
Sancho never plays
in a different position could come off?
No, I don't think so, because if you're taking a midfielder off, our midfield is already so delicately poised anyway. You got a number 10 in Bruno playing as a 6 or playing as an 8, and then you've got a number 8 in Sabitzer playing as a... Maybe you could do that. Maybe you could take Sabitzer off, put Bruno further forward. No, I don't know. I think it's got to be one of the front 3, to be honest.
I think Anthony comes off.
Yeah,
I do.
Because
he always comes off.
I think Anthony comes off because
you want Sancho on the right and that front 3 again.
Anthony's more of a sure thing to start
next game
against Everton.
Yeah,
on Saturday.
I think Bruno's done a good job from playing deep. I know you mentioned it before, but it's not easy to just be like play on the right, play on the left, play in the 10, play here, play there. But he's basically playing deeper than McTominay most of the time, isn't he? Yeah. And he's the one who's dictating play, playing that kind of Eriksen, Thiago kind of role.
It's so weird because Bruno, we know he's better than McTominay in that position, but he's also better than McTominay in the position that he's having to play.
It's because he's a better footballer.
That's what I mean. So now we've got McTominay on, and he's playing where he's not really affecting the game in that hole, standing in people's way. But then you can't put him there, but he's just playing because he's a big man. Like that's why he's playing. Yeah. If we haven't got the ball, so now he might realise, we got the ball a lot. Yeah, let's maybe do something. But I don't think he wants to risk it now. I don't think he'll risk it.
No,
I think like you say, I think Anthony will come off. Sancho switch to the right, Rashford to the left, Martial up front. I think he'll try and get that front 3 together as much as possible to see if he can see that magic in the pre-season. Yeah, I want to see it, big time.
Definitely,
it'd be a nice way to end the season. That one, it with a bit of sparkle from those. But
that'd be good.
Gabriel says, I've seen a bit more intensity from Sancho in this match. I really hope he keeps that up. I'm not sure I've ever rooted for a player's success as much as him. He's a good lad. Everyone would love him to turn out, wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think you should feel like that for all United players, apart from the ones that aren't good enough.
That's what I said.
So not all United players then?
No, but you can't expect it from players that are not great. You know, like Sir Alex Ferguson, he didn't mess about. As soon as you wasn't ready and you seen that you were not to the levels, you got to move on. Yeah. If you got too many players in nosebleed territory, they got to come out. Yeah. And we've got 2 that need to come out. I'm not going to say who they are.
Go on then.
It's fine. You know who they are.
No, it's mad. I thought McTominay would suit Newcastle a lot.
I did, yeah.
And thought it'd be a great signing for them because he's like a better version of Longstaff.
I think so.
And then I watched on.
Think he's a better version?
Then on Sunday I watched it and Longstaff looked like a better player than McTominay.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I was like,
I was thinking. I don't know how you worked that one out. I don't even know who's the best out of them.
I watched the game on Sunday and Longstaff looked better than him, and I was like,
I think he's
damn.
He's got more about him.
Similar players, aren't they?
Yeah.
Him, Longstaff, and I said that. I did make a statement. I did say I'd rather have John Joe Shelvey than McTominay. I've seen the way he plays. I've seen the kind of football he plays, what he's capable of with left foot, right foot, what he's capable of, how he passes the ball, and his tenacity as well.
It's mad though.
I think he's a better player.
John Joe Shelvey is a good footballer. I don't know if he's like United level as well, like
No,
Tommy
no.
is, but he's a better footballer.
Yeah,
He's
that's
mad
what
though
I mean.
because
Yeah.
he got injured for Newcastle and then for a while, and then just they got Bruno Guimaraes in and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And he just was never
Yeah.
never fit.
I'd
right
have him
back
at
in.
United.
Who?
Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah, he's good.
He's
I'd take him.
Yeah.
You know who? Oh, remember? You know what? There's one player who I really wished came, and he was at one of the lower teams. He was at West Ham, and he was
I'm gonna guess
bossing
it.
it. You want to guess?
What area?
I'm not even going to tell you.
It's
There's just one player that I wanted to come United while he was. Hey, that player! Oh my days!
You know, if
He
you look
was
at the
serious.
the assists in the last decade or chances created in the last decade, he's in like the top 5
Dimitri Payet.
across Europe. Yeah, like it's like Messi, then it's like
Oh, mate.
I can't remember. It's De Bruyne,
Muller.
whatever, and then
Di
it's
Maria,
like Payet, like
yeah.
Di Maria, Payet,
And who's the Arsenal? Ozil.
Ozil, yeah.
And Payet. Payet is serious.
I was about to disrespect Payet then because I was going to say
Really?
Payet. I feel like Payet goes into that Adel Taarabt.
Really? You think he's like that?
Like no, like they seem to have a luxury element to him, but I think Payet's was a bit more game changing.
He was ridiculous. Go and look back at his highlights again,
Yeah.
and just say, you know what?
And the thing is, he
Wow.
carried that on. I think he's still performing
Yeah,
at
yeah.
that level now.
Yeah,
isn't he?
yeah,
For
yeah.
who is he? Is it
He's
Marseille?
killing it, man.
So this was in 2019.
He was a baller.
So in the 2010s, Dimitri Payet was created more goal scoring chances than any other player in Europe's top 5 leagues. 58 more than the next highest, which was Ozil. Then it was Hazard, David Silva, Lionel Messi, Ryan Budaboos, who kind of stands out in there as well a little bit as well. Then you've got De Bruyne, Pjanic, Toni Kroos, and Angel Di Maria. But of everyone in the 2010s, Dimitri Payet created the most chances in Europe. That is insane.
That might be why I wanted him. I even know
Second half has kicked off. Hit like on the video if you are watching. Let's get over 1,000 likes before the start of the second half. And also, if you are watching, we're going to put a link in the chat to a player ratings website that we're going to be using for the review. So go in there, head to the community section. I think it's the supporters group section. Join the Stretford Paddock supporters group, and as soon as full-time whistle goes, you can get in there and you can put your player reviews and ratings in there, and we'll go through them on the review. So make sure you check that out. That's going to be in the comments in just a few seconds in the pinned chat. It's also in the description, matchratings.io. Just too much on that. What are you thinking second half? How do you see this going?
I think we can get another one. I think we will get another one, and it's once Martial comes on. I think we'll get a bit more joy because we need to see link-up play, and I think that will happen a lot more when Sancho, Martial, Rashford are linking up all together. I know Anthony might stay on. It might be Sancho off, but I don't think he'll do it because he'll just be thinking so much about pre-season, like I am, and he'll just copy me. So yeah.
Yeah, we need. It was one of them tricky ones, wasn't it? Martinez lost flight of the ball.
Yep.
Track of the ball up, but
Don't be silly. Don't be silly.
Well done. Nice.
I love that. You know where I've played for teams where you've got a fullback that's a little bit of a beast, like physically, like defensively, and then they don't know the player you're playing against. Doesn't know.
He tries to run
and then you get that winger and he tries to run. As a wide man, I've seen it sometimes. I played ahead of fullbacks that are like monsters 1v1, like they're athletes, they're quick, they're strong, and obviously the first time the winger sees them, he's gonna he tries to run him, and I'm behind. I was like, no chance. You just stomach goes, no chance.
Do you know who he is?
Yeah, and then they just literally just ease the winger out of the way and just take the ball, like sprint it, and I was just thinking, no chance. Sometimes I'll even say to the fullback I'm up against, I was like, he's not getting past him at any point today.
It's lovely when that happens.
Yeah,
that happened to me once in my career, trying to take someone on, and I'm not even that kind of player. I'm not even like a player who runs with the ball, but oh my days. Malacia, what are you doing?
Shocker there.
I actually thought he was Fred for a second.
That wasn't even on, was it? That pass was no like.
Malacia is dead. I personally think he's dead dodgy.
Yeah.
Dodgy on the ball.
Oh, you mean dead dodgy, did you say?
No, I think he's good defensively.
Oh, okay.
And he's all right, but he offers nothing going forward, and his ball progression is questionable. He's quite like... If I was playing against United, he'd be one of the players who I'd say is a pressing trigger.
Yeah.
I like him, to be fair. I like him, man. I like him. He makes a few mistakes, but I do like his tenacity and Just the way he manipulates the ball at times.
People said he's like a.
Oh, what?
That's a good cross.
People saying he's like a Evra, but I feel like that's a bit disrespectful.
Nah, he's not as good as ever. Ever serious
Everett
levels.
was very good on the ball.
He's next levels though. Ever.
Evra had that weird style, that dribbling style where he looked like he was.
Like falling over the whole time.
Yeah.
Like a cashew nut.
Yeah.
Curled over like a
Leaning
letter
forward.
C.
Dead low forward.
Like,
But he was always-
like almost tripping over, but just keeping the ball underneath it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
shit.
Well, what happened there?
What are you doing?
You've seen a shot of Thomas Frank, and then it comes back, and De Gea's smacking it into Tony, and it almost goes in the back of the net.
What is going on here, boys? Take your time, yeah. Take your time. You can.
That's the sort of thing.
That's where you
That
can
is
pop it, though.
That's the sort of moment in a game that can turn a game on its head. Where all of a sudden Brentford get a bit of confidence.
Yeah.
They start thinking they can press this, they press that. They get a bit of energy going on because they've got a bit of nervousness now from United. These next 5 minutes, you need to make sure that doesn't turn into anything, because it seems like once a game, De Gea has a moment like that where you think, shit.
Yeah.
And they'll get a bit of confidence out of that now. But we need to do well here. Well done, that's good. This
That's
is
not
what we
bad.
need.
Can you keep going with it?
That's a
Oh,
booking.
yellow
Left.
card.
Easy.
Play it left. Rashi, give me yellow quick.
Damsgaard looks like he's just finished his sats.
Yeah, he does.
Look at him. Look how young. I was mad how young he looked.
But then he's got a deceptive hairline as well. Look at that. It
Bloody hell.
creeps that.
Yeah, he looks like he's 50,
It's creeping back.
but they're not 50.
He's got the face of a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
And the hairline
Yeah.
of a 60-year-old.
Like if you look at his face, he looks dead young.
Yeah.
But then
How old is he? He
Look
does
how young he
real
looks.
young, isn't he? Looks like he's in his
As
last
good as
year of
yours,
school,
isn't
isn't
he?
it?
22.
yeah.
Good ball.
That's nice.
Oh. Whip it. Oh. Come on, one more. Lay it to someone.
Well done.
Okay. Can you put that at back
decision.
post? There's not really
It's too
anything
straight
there.
for a cross.
Yeah, you
so
can't
that's
really
well
do
too
that.
straight of a pass as well.
Yeah,
It
I've
was
never
offside
seen
as
that
well, I
before.
think. Everything about it was a
Well
bad idea.
done. That's got to be Martinez. Love it.
Yeah,
the
well
butcher.
done.
With the butcher
Don't know about his
hairstyle.
trim. Yeah, that
I
trim's
know.
a bit.
Yeah, looks like it was
I
cut
think
with
that's
an
what he
axe,
did.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a butcher and some cleaver just proper straight lines on that.
That was a mad
It's a
challenge.
bit. It's a bit of a foozy that.
Love it though. That's not even a bad challenge. That's a great challenge.
Was he?
Yeah, he's moaning about
He's
it.
moaning about
the
that. And his
linesman?
foot didn't even go anywhere.
No, just
His
wins the
studs
ball
weren't
forward.
up. Nothing. It's perfect.
Perfect.
Wrong foot, but who cares? He tried. He used the left. He wants to use the left. Fine. There you go, lad. Put it. Something through it. Mistake.
That's a good touch.
That's the kind of
Come
thing
on,
you don't
man.
want to see. You see.
Yeah, exactly. Go on, you get there, Malacia.
Well done, Malas.
Forward. Yeah,
Love
there we
that.
go.
A little bit of drop shoulder. See you later.
Could have gone.
I'm off.
Go forward though.
That's where you got time on it. Now pop it. Turn.
Turn.
See, that's the other good thing about Martinez.
He knows
Bruno
it.
there, obviously would have checked behind him, but he knew that there wouldn't be a man pressing
Yeah,
him.
'cause he's not gonna
Martinez
pass him
wouldn't
the
give it to
ball.
him otherwise, yeah.
Anthony, you ready to come off, lad? Ready yet? 9 minutes. You got 9
From
minutes.
by the looks of it, I feel like Anthony and Martinez got a haircut similar place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite
Kitchen.
someone's shed.
Chefed.
He went round to his house and just said, "You cut mine, I'll cut yours."
Give me the yeah.
Lockdown.
I do my own.
Yeah.
Since I was little, I've done my own, and I've done
Yeah.
like all the football players and stuff.
Wait,
So
even your beard and that.
yeah, I cut everything. I do my own hair. all
Do you
the time.
line your own beard up?
Yeah, I do everything.
Risky business.
Easy.
I couldn't do that.
It's easy. Obviously, I know how to cut hair. So
Oh yeah.
Have you ever had longer hair?
yeah. I had.
I always
good
thought-
mullet.
I always thought
my
that-
hair was
Did
just
you?
like this. Yeah,
I
with
always
mullet hair.
thought that did barbers trim themselves or they'd
No.
rather someone else do it?
Nah, it's
Barbers
just
don't
easy.
trim
I
their
just
hair.
trim myself all day.
Most barbers don't.
Don't they?
No.
No.
Well, not the ones I know.
Yeah, like your
'Cause I'm
kind of
thinking
hair,
it's-
it's not gonna be easy.
Yeah,
like
No, but I've got mates who are barbers or mates who
like
mates.
scissoring their own hair. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a
'cause
fade around
yeah,
the back
doing-
is tough.
Yeah.
I fade my hair around the back. I
Really?
fade it up. Yeah, get the mirror at the back.
That's
yeah.
very good actually.
When I did fades, I don't fade anymore. I just do one all over.
Oh!
One
Go on
more.
then. Again.
Oh, ref!
Ooh.
What's that?
Little
He's
face
just
action.
smashed in the nose, isn't he? By accident. Not getting a paper penalty, but
No.
Check it on VAR anyway.
It will be. Anything that could be a penalty will get VAR.
Let's check VAR anyway, man.
know what day
Hopefully
it was.
Saturn will just smash him and it's a penalty, please.
Great little touch that.
Where's he gone?
Oh.
No.
That was
I
one
didn't
time.
even
That was
see
one
any.
time where Rashford should have shot instead of crossing. Oh, it's tight.
What
Angle.
happened there?
Nah, he just flicks his nose on the way up, doesn't he?
Little punch, swipe up.
Nah, it's like a
Uppercut.
little wrist
Yeah.
to nothing. That'd be right.
I was gonna say that
9-0.
centre half looked like Sigurdsson, but I don't know if you're allowed to say that.
Sigurdsson, why not? What's wrong with Sigurdsson? Where's he gone?
Yeah, that's the prison.
Is he?
Ask about.
Is it?
Yeah.
What happened to him?
No, that's,
Alright, well, I'll find out later.
yeah, we'll tell you in a bit. The worst thing he could have done. Right, who's this on the ball? Dallo, play with the backs.
Yeah.
What are you doing, lad?
Yeah.
Do you want to win?
That's not even De Gea's fault. That was Dallo there.
I
Just
know.
don't know what happened
What's
there.
Dallo doing?
No, that's not fair. That it wasn't a great pass from De Gea, but he's put under pressure by Dallo there.
I'll fix up, mate.
Couple of bad uns in a row.
We just need to get through these games without Casemiro, and then we'll get back into really enjoying the games again.
Yeah.
I think you remember when Casemiro dropped to centre back and he was just popping
Yeah.
everywhere. I went to that game and I was right behind him. I'm watching the game going, oh my gosh, this is lovely. This is amazing. I'm not saying that too much.
No.
While he's not in the side, it's like,
He makes such a difference, and he
yeah.
just makes everyone else more confident as well.
yeah.
Oh, that's
nice.
though. That's really
Nice.
Play.
Go.
One
Drive,
more. Play it
drive,
out
drive.
wide then. Play it. Give it to him. Yeah. Do you understand what you've just done there, Does he know what he's just done there?
Just took
He
5
ran his
seconds
man
to-
all the way to him and then passed him the ball.
Yeah.
That is
So now
so
he's
annoying.
got a 2-on-1 immediately.
He's not going to do anything.
Yeah, so it just
So
brought.
much pressure now to try and get a goal. You can't do that.
I also do that even where as a winger sometimes I'm greedy because I like 1v1s.
Yeah, you want
That's
to
one
do
of my
it.
forte. So when fullbacks give you the ball and then they run and then they bring
Rashford.
Yeah.
they bring their winger with them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They
Yeah.
bring someone across and then
What are you
I'm always
doing?
like, what are you doing? And they're always like, you know what, I'm overlapping, supporting. I'm like, nah, just leave me 1v1, please. You know what I mean?
Pop it and stay away.
But they just run, they run support, but then they bring, obviously someone tracks them, so then they bring another player.
Yeah. And he thinks he's done well from running like that.
Yeah, he thinks,
because he
oh,
ran
yeah,
with the
he
ball.
thinks-
Like, yeah, I just did a good run there.
Yeah, good run there.
Great drive.
Well done, Anthony. He's won the foul well there because it wasn't much in that, was there? But he just thought, fall over, I'll probably get
I
it.
thought he handballed it. I thought it was a free kick to them. Is it ours? Yes. Don't mind that. 4 minutes left, Anthony. 4 minutes. Don't worry.
He's got an interesting tattoo. I don't. You didn't have that when you initially signed, did he?
I think so.
The Bem-vindo, is that welcome?
What's that?
Is that what
It's
it is?
Portuguese, but it's. But I think it literally just means welcome or like.
Oh, okay.
Something along them lines. Hook that again.
Yeah, he's saying it.
Well done, Sancho.
Well done, Sanch. You're just still looking like you want the ball. Yes, good keep ball. Now let's do bits now.
Do you see where like Sancho's best
Just popping and moving
areas
in
like
the
that? He
holes.
wants
Yeah.
to, but he's not like he doesn't seem to.
What bad touch, man.
Yeah, but every McTominay's second touch is a tackle.
Yeah, touch tackle.
Yeah, it literally is that.
One touch. Come on, do something.
Everyone else is there. You see Sancho, Martinez, Malacia even,
Yeah.
and Bruno.
Yeah. Popping,
bing,
moving,
bing,
yeah.
bing, and then
then
there's
touch.
McTominay. And bump.
Uh-oh. Is there anyone to play it to?
Sabitzer.
Oh.
Nice.
No back leg.
Lovely save for a keeper that, innit? He just
Yeah.
just go slow-mo, falling
Cameras, you
over.
ready?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just catch it.
Cherries. Picking
Look at
cherries.
that. I could have caught that. I'd have loved that.
Now there's one I've seen De Gea do that with like a powerful strike once, and I was like,
Yeah.
like he's dove, but like full stretch, but then caught it.
Yeah. I can't
And
remember
then-
what game that was. It was
yeah,
wicked.
and I remember thinking-
as well, how you done that? What
Because
a
that's risky
save.
though. Because
Yeah.
like if it you don't go through, but you like plucked it like full stretch. You know what's the maddest thing? De Gea's getting a lot of this criticism because of the whole modern keeper thing and this and that, but he's a guaranteed bona fide club legend though.
Yeah.
Of course.
So that's
And his
Undoubtedly.
shot stopping, mate. Look at that last game.
That.
Last game, shot stopping was good as well. Again,
is he the last player in United player in the side to win a Premier League? Or
Yeah,
obviously,
Phil
of
Jones.
course, yeah.
and Phil Jones. Yeah.
It's a foul. 3-1 now. Newcastle. Wilson's got another.
You know
Thing
you
with
fouled
Bruno
him
is
before he tackled
He
him.
fouled him and then swung the leg back and got the ball. Yeah.
Why can't you just say that? Oh yeah, sorry, I made a mistake.
Foul. Now he's got the ball.
Actually, did he actually touch it first? It looked like he might have touched that first.
He went through him though.
No, he didn't
No,
get
he
it.
don't.
He didn't.
He
He
gets
took
it
his leg
after.
and then got the ball.
Yeah.
Come on, Bruno, chill out. I've been having this massive debate with everyone, with an Arsenal supporter.
Oh, they're the worst.
But Odegaard and him, and I'm like, look, Odegaard's a better all round, but Bruno has he excels is the chance creation and the goals. I think Bruno's better than pretty much anyone at that side of his game.
Nah, De Bruyne.
But how many clear cut chances made?
Creating.
Clear cut chances made. I'm
Bruyne's
sure
the only
Bruno's
one-
the highest.
De Bruyne's the only one with more.
More assists, but not clear cut chances, right?
Nah.
Even
chances
clear cut
created.
chances.
Yeah, I think chances created is De Bruyne, Bruno, and Trippier.
Right. Okay. Well, I was saying like that's where he excels over Odegaard. But in terms of Odegaard, I'd rather have Odegaard later on than now.
It is De Bruyne, Fernandes, Trippier in that order.
Okay. I was saying I'd rather have Bruno now because of his defensive work that he gives us and his engine. But like once Ten Hag gets to his team, I think an Odegaard would suit the being in United later on once we have a team that's proper press resistance. Because I feel he's got more all round to his game. If you get what I mean.
Because thing is good defensive work rate as well, but Odegaard's actually underrated in that. Odegaard he looks fancy and elegant, but he actually does
do the work.
Do work defensively as well. Yeah. With the De Bruyne thing though, De Bruyne literally when you watch De Bruyne play, it looks like he creates. He looks almost like he creates a chance every time he gets the ball.
Yeah,
that's
ridiculous.
Do you know what I mean? So that's why I knew.
What's the reason why? Because he's got Haaland. He
was doing it before him.
Yeah, but all of them boys at City, they're a well-oiled machine. Like all of them are in the right place, and they all seem to be able to finish like everything. They finish their dinner for fun.
Haaland is more effective when De Bruyne plays.
Yeah.
So, of course.
Is that a foul? Thank you.
Which is obvious, but the way City play with the whole when he doesn't play and they've just got Mahrez and Grealish and they've got all these 10-10 players where they're just being intricate and that. He don't touch the ball, but De Bruyne gets the ball and just looks for man.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
That ball against us. Oh my gosh, that ball round the back against us. Never even seen it coming. I never saw it coming.
There's a pass that I saw him do against Leipzig, De Bruyne, and I was like, I don't know how he did that.
Let me just
give me credit where credit is due.
Triple sub for Brentford.
Well, Anthony's got to start getting ready to come off now.
Yeah.
60th minute, mate.
Okay, now it's his bedtime, so Damsgaard's come off.
I need to send him a message and let him know that. Listen,
who?
It's 60 minutes. Ten Hag.
Oh, got his number, yeah.
Yeah. Listen, 60 minutes, Gaffer. You said my boy's gonna get 30 minutes.
He's on Do Not Disturb now, though.
He's got his phone on iPad. On the iPad there, he's got it connected. Come on. Nice. Oh, one more. No. Give it Sancho now. Give it Sancho. No, don't give it Sancho. Run at all of them if you can.
It's a foul.
Nah. There's just so much. There's no space there. He's gonna just always run into that. Well, nice. Play one more.
Yeah, wider. Fucking hell, that low.
No,
doing the inverted team from that stage. There's a few things fullbacks who do that annoy me.
Yeah. Oh man.
You know what's the other worst one that fullbacks do that annoy you as a winger is when they pass the ball down the line and run past you. You know when you're facing your own goal.
Yeah.
Got no one to pass.
You got no one to pass. You're running back and they've already run round you and you're thinking, where am I going here? The support squad.
What am I supposed to do?
What am I supposed to do?
You my help. They got to try and spin round and get it through ball to them.
Do you know that when you pass the ball down the line but you're facing them and they just do over? You think, wait, facing this way.
Yeah.
I'm facing where you go. What? Do you know what I mean? I need you to support. Oh shit.
Yeah, but no one pressure him
Look
now.
him on the ball then.
Do you take off Anthony or Sancho? Sancho's been lively, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been.
He has,
been
but
lively
second
today.
half not as much. Although he's been on the ball more than Anthony, hasn't he? We've not really been in.
None of them have really done
third as
anything.
much, have we? That
be
was
fair.
a bit lazy there from Dallo.
Come on, can we find one of them
It's just
wingers?
mad how sharp Martinez is.
What?
With the
Oh!
That
I
there,
love his
Bruno.
touch, you know, when that ball
Bruno is.
yeah.
Bruno's
No one else
serious.
can make
Come
those
on.
passes.
He had half a yard there if you wanted to strike
Yeah.
it.
Again there.
He's got
He's
to
been
make
good
something
tonight,
happen and
Bruno.
get the shot off at the end. Oh, what are you doing? Can you give him the ball? There we go.
Yeah, you know what that was from Malassi then. Do you know when people don't know skills on FIFA?
Yeah, and trying
And
to
they
just press the
they
button.
just
Smashing the
they
stick.
just wiggle the stick and then something happens.
Trying to do
That
the Beardsley.
That looked like
That was Beardsley back in the day, you know. He used to love doing that. Get into a box, and just go tap, 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 tap,
Yeah.
tap, and get through everything.
yeah.
So many goals he scored like that.
Yeah, a couple of brilliant passes from Bruno there.
The thing is, we're playing well and comfortable, but you got the whole fear factor of it just being 1-0.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Anthony's barely touched the ball in the second half, has he?
Yeah,
I'd
Anthony's
bring him
getting
on.
ready, innit? Anthony Martial.
But then you got to move Sancho out that way.
I don't mind. I want him on the right.
Yeah.
I think he'll be better when Martial's up front.
Oh, it's a
And
good
don't
one there.
want to
Scott.
see that. Don't want to see no link-up play from them boys.
Brentford looking dangerously on
Get
the
it
right
out
side,
wide and cross it
back
in, and just
Well
that's
done,
where their
Scott.
chances come. Well done, boys.
That was good reading there from McTominay. Sometimes he gets just ball watching, but he actually does the right thing here. Just tracks his man look.
Love that. Yeah, he does. Yeah, well done.
See, it's easy when you do it right, isn't it? Like he stays with his man the whole time. So when the ball comes in, couple of steps, puts it out. Like so often you see our players like sprinting to get back and diving in. When if you'd have just made the run when you should have done, you'd been fine. You did well there.
It's like last game, innit? We had
No one with no
can't-
Brentford player
you
within
can't get
20
a
yards
yardie in
of the
that,
thrower there. That's how you know it's going to be long. Look at it, no one near him.
That is a Jamaican surname. Pinnock.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, no, good at it.
Oh no!
That's
Get close! Get close! Well
Great
done!
block, Scott.
Well done!
Well done there.
We don't need them to come into the game
No,
now.
exactly. This is the worry, and it's a good block that because that's
Going central.
on target, wasn't it?
You don't just I'm letting this at the target.
No.
That's why you're playing, lad.
Yeah.
To win one of
That
these.
is why he's playing.
Win one of these.
Look at him. He's like the
What do
spare
you
man
hate?
at the
What
front
do you hate
post,
more
isn't
when
he?
you see players wearing long sleeve gloves when it's like spring, or do you hate more when it's like -2 degrees and you see people wearing short sleeve with no
I can't believe players like
to
that,
make
mate.
a
no,
point.
with no gloves.
Sean Dyche
to
in it when
look
it's
hard,
snowing.
yeah. Oh, look at me, I can.
Yeah.
Nah, mate.
I'm one with the cold.
I don't like that. I never liked the cold ever. I had to have deep heat on my
There's
feet.
literally-
I had to put gloves.
Yeah.
Everything.
I don't do cold, but you actually get players that it's -2 and they just jog out with short sleeve,
Yeah.
no thermal, no
Nah, mate. I was long sleeve and gloves
thermal.
all the time.
Thermal.
No thermal. No,
You don't like thermal?
I didn't like extra stuff on me. Like, no.
shit, sharp.
Through on goal here. Go on, David. Well
Oh,
done.
great.
Really well done.
Great goal. Hey, keeper.
Who's at
Get it
9
out.
though?
Just
That
get it
was-
out. Keeper's injured.
Who's at 9?
Take it out.
Who's at 9? Because I think
Take it
I
out.
think that was a nut shot. Yeah, it's in the.
He tried to.
the crown
He tried
gets done there, doesn't
tried
he?
to dink him, didn't it?
crown jewels.
Good job he didn't lay it into
we need to
Tony.
see a sub here. We need to see a sub here because
Yeah.
they're just starting to get the better of us here, Brentford. It's only 1-0.
You know he could have just laid that after Tony for a tapping, don't you? Good job he didn't do that. Tony should be screaming at him saying, "Why are you trying to dink for? Put me in, you punk. Put me in."
Oh yeah.
Oh, actually,
Yeah, it was.
I would have
No,
still
it's
been
tough.
mad.
Yeah, it's
I want to see it from the other angle because you should be putting me in.
a bit
I
of
think he's got a man on him.
it's a bit of a stinger that, where he saved it in a painful area.
I want to
Is
see
it
it from
that
a
though, or is
better
it the
angle.
follow up?
Nah, it's.
Why couldn't he play it to him there and
Oh
just?
yeah. Oh,
Why not?
Because he's got.
I want to see the other angle, a better angle. I need to see where.
He takes the ball into the groin and then he gets kneed in the leg as well afterwards for good measure.
Good,
Yeah, slow the game down.
That shard.
Yeah, slow the game down.
He did well there, De Gea.
I don't think we can even bring on Rashford now. Innit?
Butland
Who's that?
getting a warm up.
Oh,
Butland brackets GK as we had him on the Subs bench.
Let's see what we can get. Can Martial come on, or is it too dangerous now?
Yeah, I know, it's a bit risky, isn't it? The problem is you look at that midfield, or you look at that bench, and there is absolutely no midfield whatsoever. Like, the only midfielder on the bench is Fred. So if you want to change anything there, it's Fred or nothing, which isn't particularly full of confidence, or don't fill you with confidence.
That's not bad.
See the Rashford goal again.
Come on, give him 22 minutes, please.
I thought he was going to say he was crazy.
It's all in your mind. It's all in your head. It's all in my head. That's what it is. It's all in my head. That's what it was last year. It was all in my head. There we go.
There he is.
He got it.
There he is.
He's got 2 ticks now. Finally,
Tony
yes.
and Fred coming on there by the looks of things.
See, blue ticks.
See Fred with the
Blue
little
tick.
phone. Someone was showing Fred a phone.
Like,
like
oh, damn.
I
Sorry,
bet they
Dave.
just feel it, like showing Fred the phone like that, did you say? I bet they're just like, right, watch a little bit more Peppa Pig before you go on. Right, that's it. You can watch the rest of the episode. If we win, you can watch the rest of
I
it.
don't want to hear no criticism of Peppa Pig. That was a
Peppa Pig's great.
Great program.
Oh, great.
Did you used to watch that?
Yeah, I did. Of course I did.
Wow.
My
It came
kids
out when I
loved
was
it.
already 15.
Yeah, my kids watched that. One more.
Nice.
Just cross it in back post and score.
Rash-
And score. Why not like anticipate it coming to you though? Like,
Go on,
Who's
Sancho, 1-on-1. That's better.
Yes, that's better.
don't mind that.
Well
Don't
done.
mind that.
Oh,
Ooh. Oh, get
He's
up.
not-
bang it!
He's not
Oh,
Is that when kicked him?
Nah. it's
Tomine.
Ah, get up, man.
He's off in a second.
Anthony, come on, lad. Come sit here with me.
Get the fuck. I just hate when you can tell that someone's not actually
I
hurt.
know. It didn't even look like he touched him, really, did it?
They always pretend it's
Slightest
not.
graze. How much did you have to do that as a player?
What? Fake.
Making the most of it, diving, faking, just...
You don't.
You
You
know.
don't need to fake. I never fake. I just do what I'm doing. I can't handle that nonsense.
Yeah.
I never fake nothing. Never pretend. Never dived.
But,
Just played
it
football.
does win players more penalties or this or that. Like, it does. It can help, though, can't it? A bit
It
of...
can, but it's just cheating.
Yeah.
It's just cheating. Like there's no other word for it. It's cheating.
You think?
Yeah. Why are you gonna fake yourself on the floor? Why?
Yeah.
I know you just want to
Maybe
win
a
the
little,
game.
maybe
but
a
you
little
just-
bit more old school then.
I just want to play and win properly. Like I don't want to win by cheating. Like imagine you win a final
Yeah.
by cheating. What's the point?
I think
You
that's,
haven't actually won.
I think that's built in the whole like pretending that you bear hurt, and that I just never really bought into that.
Nah, mate.
Yeah,
It's not the way.
I actually hate staying down after being tackled
Mm.
Yeah.
through like a toxic masculinity pride thing of like I
Right.
don't want this guy to feel like he's hurt me.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm more on that side of it.
Yeah.
If he's
Yeah,
hurt me,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
hurt me. I'm on the floor. I'm
Ooh.
staying down. But
Yeah,
We've got Fred and...
Win that.
Oh, that's pass
well
to
done.
Anthony's
Anthony's
on
still
there.
on.
passes on, but
Yeah, it's Sancho off for Martial.
McTominay's rather do the whole Brexit
I
tackle.
know,
thing.
yeah.
Do
You
know what I
could
mean?
have just
Like,
towed that to Anthony
yeah,
there.
the whole.
That's good though. Anthony's been getting angry every time he's coming off. So
You know what?
maybe that's good.
I've enjoyed Bruno in this deeper role. I think he's been really good today.
That's what I'm saying. When he plays back there a bit, he has more responsibility to not lose the ball.
Yeah.
And then like he keeps it more often and then plays how he should play. Where he keeps it more often and then plays the real good balls
Yeah.
only when they're really on.
He has to play it safe for a little bit.
Yeah. And that's how he should play in the hole as well, but he
Yeah.
never does.
Go on, Fred. Go on, Fred. He's... oh, he's looking good. Oh,
win that.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
fucking hell.
Don't let this happen now. Hey, who's the runner? Who's going with him?
Oh, he was running down the side of a mountain, that guy, wasn't he? Like, just trying not to fall over every step. Going like that. Somehow I managed to keep it. Fred that would have been 2-0 if he'd have got that. He'd have been 2-on-1 if he'd have fallen over then.
20 minutes, boys.
Another sub coming up
We
for
won't get a
Brentford.
goal.
Worcester. Oh, 2 more subs for Brentford. Going for it.
How many subs are they bringing on?
5.
Like 7?
Yeah,
What's
8.
going on? You can bring on 5 now, innit? That's why, yeah.
God, look. On that little board that Thomas Frank had done, there was red circles and blue ones. Do you think they're the blue team or the red team?
They're the blue.
Do you think?
Yeah.
'Cause they're going with that away kit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the blue.
I didn't know if it was like
Oh,
we're
yeah.
always red because we're Brentford.
Maybe, but I wouldn't have thought so because they're blue now.
Yeah, okay.
I would have thought they're red.
No further questions.
You're on.
Right, need a
Keep
bit
that
of
ball.
composure here now.
Oh!
That's not it, is it?
Fucking hell,
It's exactly what I shouldn't have said that.
Daily Telegraph.
My
Jesus
goodness
Christ.
me.
This guy's a bit
That's
of a-
why you need Cassie in there,
It's
mate.
9, that's Kawan's been a bit sharp, isn't he? He's just
That's poor.
Oh my goodness me.
Tricked him.
What?
Tricked him.
still.
No one's seen
They
that.
still kept
you can't
it.
give a throw in there because the linesman, the referee's inside it, and the linesman's 40 yards up the pitch.
Hey, I don't mind that, boys.
Yeah, we got
that
out
was
there.
getting out of trouble.
Yeah,
But
well
he
done.
didn't look smooth though, innit?
Nah.
He did look like it was
looked like
he
mate
was all
doing it.
gilt edge.
Marshall just wants a little touch under his
Yeah.
belt there, didn't he?
Oh yeah,
Give me-
Marshall.
Look at him.
Marshall's another one that's gonna wear gloves in June.
Yeah.
There we go. Come on. Give it back to him. Give it back to him. Give it back to him, he says. You know you got a link with me.
He's dictating.
There we go. I'll play it back to you. Don't worry. You just
Look at
link
that
with me.
Fred
I'll play
playing
it back
number
to
9
you.
now.
Give it back. Give it back. You know, just keep it. Keep it. Keep it. There we go. See what I mean about this nice little one-touch stuff?
Yeah.
We ain't done
Well,
this
it's got what
one
you
bit.
got, lad.
Now we've got it open.
See what I mean? It's just stuff like that. It's a completed pass, but it's such a bad pass. Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah. It's just made him stretch
Well
and run
done.
after
Who's
it.
that?
One more.
Malacia.
Bang it! Oh, well done. Good try. Good try.
Nice there though. Just a couple of minutes of just taking the sting out of it. Won it
Yeah.
from United. Marshall's good at that.
taking the sting out of the.
Nice little
Bees.
pop. Bee sting.
Oh wow,
Can't believe you missed that one.
that's really nice.
Is that well there? That's
Yeah, they're the bees, aren't they?
Mm.
The bumblebees. Look at that.
Oh yeah, sting out of the bees.
Thanks, Ronaldo.
Not bad.
Putting
Not
him in
bad.
the right direction there.
Yeah. Still didn't get the scone one.
What?
You said Bernasconi the other day, and I was like, oh, and you leave it in the toaster too long. And he was like, don't go. Then he went, oh, it doesn't go in the toaster, it goes in the oven. I was like, fucking hell.
It's gone.
And then you
goes
made
down.
it like a toaster was less fancy. More. Wait, an oven was fancier than a toaster. Toaster's fancier than an oven.
For
Depends who you ask.
depends what you're doing with it. What
Yeah,
you
but
doing?
toasters only existed for like 70 years. An oven's been around for thousands of years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, toaster's modern. Oven's old school, isn't it?
He got flattened.
Yeah,
That was pride why he dragged man down after.
You couldn't have Rashford knock him down and then step over
Yeah,
his body
yeah.
and win the ball.
Well done, Marshall.
Go on, Tony.
There we go. Keep
Yeah.
it. There we
It's
go.
more like it.
Love that, lad.
That's what he's good at.
Yeah. Nice. Not the best ball, that one. And that's a foul.
Sorry.
Man pushed him.
Oh, it's close though. It's only a little push.
Nah,
Push.
that was blatant.
Give me a little push
Well
allowed.
done. Well done, Dallo.
He's not done anything today, has he? Good
Nothing
or bad?
at all.
He's just not been. Has he even played?
No.
10 on. Biting his lip.
We're still trying to see who's better out of Dalot and Wan-Bissaka, and they're both the same.
Yeah.
Both exactly the same.
Yeah.
One's better slightly defensively, one's better defensively, one's better slightly going forward. And I don't even think he's even producing much more going forward.
No.
I think they're the same going forward, and one's slightly better defensively for me.
I think the place where Dallow's better is build up from the back, playing out from the back.
Yeah.
He's better on the ball. I don't think he's final balls
He looks
any
better on the ball. I don't, and I know what you mean. Like a few little balls
Yeah.
inside, but then that's it. There's
Yeah.
nothing
No,
more.
there's not a lot
I
more.
really thought he had more, and he could put in a ball, but he seems to never really put in a great ball.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's got it, doesn't he? He just doesn't do it. Come on, get that link up with Marshall again. Give it, get it, give it, get it. Go, get it back. Come on, find its way to Marshall.
Keeps.
Well done. Well done, De Gea. Straight to them.
Just hit it as hard as he can.
My goodness me. Not even directed to someone, you know. I'm used to seeing every keeper nowadays going, right, you're there, bang,
Yeah.
bang. He just banged it straight to them.
I just need a Marshall goal.
Yeah, I
I
love
want
that.
to see that.
Ooh, that's
He's had a
love
few of
it.
those
I
little
love
shimmy
that.
body
He
feints, hasn't
always
he,
does that. That's what I
Malacia?
love. That's what I mean about manipulating his body and manipulating the ball.
I might have spoken to you soon.
I don't think
I love that. I love that from
I've
him.
never done one of them.
It's
Play
so
football
nice.
ever. I ain't got it in me.
No, you're way too tall.
I ain't got it in me.
You can't.
If I go one way, I'm staying.
You can't be
that way.
can't be 6'4" and shooting like that. That's a hip replacement. In
Yeah, that's two new knees if I try and do that.
Love that,
Well
you
done,
know.
Fred. That
Well
was
done,
good.
boys.
Go on.
Right, Rashi, come on.
So good in
Let's
it.
take him and kill someone.
Drive.
All right, get the ball back again. Don't worry. You got it again. Oh, nice
Yeah.
touch. Finish it. Oh, that's where you could score your goal.
He's had a few of them today, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he's not on his 60th.
He's
That's
not hit
what
the
it's-
target
his
once
60th
yet.
goal. 60th shot will be a goal.
That tech was all wrong, and he's leaning
That's what I'm
back.
saying.
the
He
ball's
always does
bouncing.
that.
Yeah, I mean, okay, he's just like he seems like he's going laterally, going backwards. He's leaning back.
He does that
Oh, yeah,
all the time. Every shot he takes is like he's not really in the right position to hit it. And when he does score, obviously it's a good goal.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, that's why I try to explain to other people, like, when he takes his shot, I say he's got like a 6 out of 10 shot. What I mean by that is the consistency is 6 out of 10. And it might be even that's even might too high.
That's a bit kind.
Yeah, I mean, something it might even still be a bit kind. It might be 5 out of 10. Every now and again, he'll score a great goal, but all the other shots are just so wayward. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't be that far off.
Good cross
For too many shots. Shouldn't be that far off.
Because I usually think your shots should get better, innit? Like you had a couple of sighters, you kind of get a gauge for it.
Yeah. Should be near
away.
or on target more often than not. When Rashford takes a shot, he's on target more often than not.
Yeah.
But it's like Kane, when he takes a shot, it's not just on target,
Right,
it's precision more often than not.
Yeah.
It's right where he wants it, in the corners. And that's what you love about the guy.
A bit worried in it, you know.
Yeah, the 1-0 thing's a bit.
Yeah.
Nah, I think we've got this. now.
Need another one.
Oh,
Look
no.
at this here, look.
Get there, Delo. Where you? Oh, come on.
Oh no.
Oh,
In
no.
behind here, Brentford plays it across. Great block by
Martinez has
Martinez.
been unreal today.
Yeah, he's been everywhere,
Yeah.
blocking
The
everything.
thing is, he's had nothing to do, but he's done it amazing,ly, if you know what I mean.
Everything that he's had to,
Yeah.
he's been like.
Oh, Rashi,
What
what
a
a
pass,
ball
what
from
a
left
pass,
foot
nah,
from
bro.
Bruno.
That is
Bruno
a
masterclass
sensational
can't
pass.
go.
All right, he's going to take him inside and then out. And then, oh!
I had him skanking as
I know.
Fred!
Go on, Fred!
Oh, fuck me. Lean
How
him
is that
back.
20 yards over the bar?
Oh, that's bad.
That's one of the
Wait
shots I've
for
ever
it. Wait for it.
It's Fred.
Is
Is he going to do it? Sorry, lads. Sorry, apologies. Come on.
Usually
Is that what he does?
I'm too disappointed.
He's getting confident now. He thinks he deserves to
Oh, he
miss.
nearly had him on toast.
He did so well there, Rashford. Oh,
Well done. Has he already done it?
he didn't do it.
Usually always does. I think maybe
Maybe he gets the first one for free.
I think maybe he was too disappointed with that.
That was a really bad shot, wasn't it? No one even near him either.
Went so high.
And
Wow. The side foot, he went to try and keep it down
You're not
as well.
surprised he hasn't got the technique though. Like, he hasn't got it.
that's on a side.
Because he has to.
foot.
He's one of them. We said he has to lift the ball if he passes the
Yeah.
ball more than 10 yards. Not on the floor. He has to lift it.
Yeah, he can't keep it on the
He
floor.
can't crisp
Imagine
it.
if he had gone with
Yeah.
the laces there.
Oh,
Where would
that's
that
a
have ended
foul.
up? Corner flags.
Oh my god.
Oof. Thomas Turner, who's a member, says new to the channel, hopefully less biased than other channels. We're biased towards Man United. I will admit that, but hopefully you enjoy your time here and enjoy watching the channel. Thank you very much for becoming a first team member. If you are, not just a member, if you are a watcher of the channel, in the comments at the minute, pinned comment is the player ratings website that we'll be using. Get in there and join our supporters group. You go in there, Stretford_Paddock gets you in. You can rate the players as soon as the full-time whistle goes, and we can go through who's the man of the match, who's not been so good, and we'll be talking about that on the review after the game. So have a look in the link that's in the comments. Go and check that out. Check out the site, and like I said, we'll be using all of them as soon as the full-time whistle has gone. So go and check that out if you haven't already. 10 minutes to go. What do we need to see to make sure that this doesn't end up being a
Keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Keep doing what we're doing. I think we'll be all right. If Ten Hag can see anyone flagging, take them off, so we can just continue doing what we're doing. Because maybe I'd bring on Wan-Bissaka to just give him a bit more extra energy for the right back position. So apart from that, that's it.
Well done, Dallo. That was
Got
good.
my night, Dallo. Keep it going.
Playing really high line still, aren't we, United? Like the actual, well, I say high line. The defenders aren't that high, but look where our midfielders.
Yeah.
Fred, McTominay, and Bruno all almost on the last man before.
Look at that. Well done. Does that get to our player?
Yes, just in the end somehow.
Let's keep it. I love that. And put someone in. Put him in. There we go.
Remember that
I'll
rumour?
get it back.
That conspiracy theory that went round that where Martial's in the build-up, he always plays the ball slightly behind the person he's passed it to.
So he can come back to
So they have to pass it back to him. Like, if he plays it in their path, he might shoot. But because he wants the goal, he plays it slightly behind, so they have to come back and lay it off again.
No way. I'll have
It
to
can't
look
be
out for
true.
that. I'll have to look
It
out
can't
for
be
that.
true, but notice every time it passes, it's just slight, like they have to go back to him.
Play it through. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Oh, I didn't do
See,
that
I could
time.
see him in between, and I knew because it's Martinez on the ball, he can find that man. Give it to him. He can do it again. He'll find him. Just make the angle, find him. You know how much better it is to play with a player like that.
Martial.
Like Martinez.
Oh, Martinez.
That can find you.
Right
Like
through the gaps,
you're
yeah.
the striker and you're going, come on. Like you can see the play. You know
he's
he's not
wrapping
going to
to
see
feet.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but then he can wrap it, and it's lovely when it's wrapped.
Yeah.
That's I would love a ball when it's firm, hard as possible. You can hit it at me as hard as you want. I love that kind of type
Trust
of
me.
pass.
Say, trust me.
Yeah. Bang. Not no trickler.
Struggling to get
Into
out of
my
it,
feet. I
Brentford.
hate that.
Hospital. Or bobbler.
Yeah. Oh, why you play to me
He's
like
done
that
well
for?
there.
Nice.
Did really well there. Tony.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about this. This is not good. This is not good at all.
Yeah. Go on, Martinez.
Martinez is a don.
Yeah, this guy has scared me.
Yeah, he's done well, hasn't
He's
he?
done well when he's come on this shad.
He went
just-
round Varane, he's just gone round Martinez.
Wow, that was a bit like Martinez, slow down. Doesn't often get beat like that. Watch the runner. Well done. Fred, you know you got the
Fred's
legs.
just sprinting at people, isn't it? That's what you want him.
Duracell. Keep it going, lad.
There's one in behind there.
Watch the runner. No, not 2-on-1. What about him in the box?
Yeah.
Well done. Well done. Cut the pass off.
Corner to Brentford. This is what they want, though, isn't it?
Yeah. This is where we have to just keep it tight.
A goal now.
And
Be
see the
so
game
annoying,
out.
wouldn't it? Who's this?
Lindelof.
I thought it was Garnacho for a second. Obviously, he's not fit.
I saw him in the stands, only a bit earlier. Oh, he's
Yeah,
done
he's sat
that.
next to Ericsson, isn't he?
Yeah, he's done that Vardy celebration, isn't he? You know, you get that one here.
Yeah, I know. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes green screen.
No. Is he coming on?
Yeah, it's just been a little break in play in it on the on our.
Ooh.
It's the VR, isn't it?
It's the VR, yeah. VR headset that we're using.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on, what's it called? What's that thing called? What's Facebook called now?
Meta.
Yeah, we're on the metaverse. Watching the game in the metaverse. We're in the stadium. You know you can do that, innit? You can actually be at like boxing arenas with the VR on and stuff like that.
Telly, Ethan. Can you?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, good. Sorted. Keeper. No, too far.
That was a push. Ref? No? Oh, they're not
This
push.
is a little bit of pressure now, isn't it? Brentford.
No, that's
Well
why
done.
Fred's on. To counteract that
Well
nonsense.
done. Well done.
Yes. Killer. Economy class. Kante.
He is a bit, isn't he?
Yeah, love it.
Little.
Love it.
Wait, what's the
Neto.
Neto.
It used to be Neto, isn't it?
Oh, I used to
Yeah.
love Neto. Got bought out by Asda.
Is it?
Yeah. There's
Isn't it
Neto in
Lidl,
Worksop.
Lidl and Aldi?
Aldi.
Weren't they in the Netto? I
No.
thought they were the Netto. Oh, you got to have a bit more ability to whip that.
Isaac
That weren't
scored
gonna
for
get there
Newcastle.
either.
Yeah, asking a lot of himself.
4-1, you know.
Away at West Ham's a good result.
Hey, that's
that.
no joke.
No.
But they're playing football that you could expect that because they did that against us. They could have done that against us. I'm telling you.
Be all easy.
West Ham are off it though.
Yeah. But we can't beat them like that. We ain't going to beat them 4-1.
Probably not, you know. But I don't think West Ham away is the same as when it was at Upton Park.
Yeah. Upton was different.
Upton Park was difficult.
Yeah.
I used to be worried every time United played at
We've
Upton
lost
Park.
a couple of times at the London
That
Stadium,
stadium.
whatever it's called,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Is it the Liberty or something?
No, that's
No, that's
Swansea.
Cardiff.
Swansea.
What's it called now then? That London. Is it
London
London Stadium?
yeah. Corner to United.
They made that stadium just for the Olympics.
Yeah. Then West Ham were like, we'll have a bit of that.
You know what's funny? I haven't watched the Olympics since Usain Bolt stopped running.
Has there been one?
Has there been any Olympics?
That's half.
There's
That's
only
half. That's
been one.
half the people that have played athletics. I've watched athletics.
He's had a great game today.
Is he off?
Bruno. No,
He's
I
been
don't think
unreal
so.
today.
He's been, yeah, I'd give him man of the match.
Yeah,
match
he's been
Yeah.
supplying everything, innit?
Yeah. From deep
Supply
as well,
chain.
different
Been-
role again.
He's been the connect, the plug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this? What do you want?
Come on, Marcus, get there.
Got what you want. Whatever you want, I've got it.
Win that, win that, win that.
Go on, pop it.
Yeah, loads of passes on that.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
over. Game is done.
Still
Surely.
got stoppage time, yeah.
Yeah, I know, probably. But I'm going to say it. I don't want to say it. I've already said it.
It's a crap pass, that.
I'm on United.
In minutes like this, at the end of games, I just think, surely, I mean, you can tell me, surely you're doing whatever you can to just keep the ball.
Yeah, of course. You
Like,
want to try and keep the ball.
What's that 35, 40 yard
I don't know.
over the top, like,
You know what it is?
such a low percentage pass?
It's teams that that can't do it. That's why every team can't do it, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
It seems easy, but it's only like Man City who can do it, and
Yeah.
Arsenal. Everyone else can't just keep the ball. We can't just keep the ball and go, yeah, let's just run this out in the last few minutes. We just bang the ball and just give it back to them, because that's our game. We don't have comfortable players on the pitch that are very comfortable. How many players can you say could go into City's team and just be comfortable on the ball? Not many.
No.
Not even Bruno could be comfortable on the ball.
Ericsson maybe. But
Yeah,
not
Eriksen
quite.
could, yeah.
Sancho maybe on his day.
Yeah,
But even then. Martial maybe.
yeah,
Hold it up, play it well. Luke Shaw.
yeah.
could.
Luke Shaw could, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like one that you
Martinez.
go, yeah,
Luke Shaw and Martinez.
yeah. Them two could definitely go straight in.
Yeah. But yeah, we ain't got many players. Like, even Rashford, he's not
No.
he doesn't hold the ball particularly well, does he?
No.
He's just doing everything he can to get a corner in.
Yeah, he's just a dangerous player, isn't it? Rashford is. I still like him.
No.
Oh my gosh, it looked like it was going to cut in.
4 minutes stoppage time coming up.
Come on, boys. Let's keep that going. They look like they're done.
Yeah, they don't look too confident, do they, Brentford?
No.
But
He looks like he wants it.
Yeah. Been hitting the chewing gum hard, he has, hasn't he? See, on the first minute, it was bang, bang, bang. The hit, like, not just chewing it, like, smacking it about. Yeah. Oh, it's a big game, this. Because if they were to win, I guess they're not going to win now, but if they had have won, that we'd have been looking at them as like on our shoulder.
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
close. It wasn't.
Well, it's like 3 points away, right?
Not far off. Yeah.
If they were to beat us.
Yeah, I think so.
That'd be
this is a
crazy,
big game
man.
tonight.
That'd be absolutely crazy.
Why are we
if that
taking
happened.
risks like that? Why are you playing that pass there? Rashford's got 4 men round him, and we're clipping it up to
Marshall,
him.
get
Just
out,
giving
please.
the ball away. We
Yeah.
look nervous again now. We just do this every game where last few minutes, no matter what, the opposition has the ball. We have to let them have it.
Yeah. We can't just continue with the same composure.
No.
of
Start
play.
making passes that aren't on, giving it away, clipping it up. Because also, we're trying to make these risky passes, but we've got less men forward because we're nervous. And this still happens.
Look at this.
Oh my days.
Has anyone got a position here?
Oh my days. Oh, not Tony.
Chipped it
Don't be
about post.
stupid. Who do you think you are,
But-
Ivan?
Yeah. As De Gea sees that coming, he's going,
You
How
taking a
dare you.
mick or what?
how dare you? Try and chip me from 25 yards out.
And I'm on my line. This is not FIFA. Bloody hell. I play FIFA
he
quite a
looked
bit.
at it, yeah.
Yeah. But that's what happens on FIFA. My son chips me like that and I'm on the line. I'm like, how? How is this
The
happening?
goal
How are you
just
doing
dives
this to
like
me?
Yeah,
back.
it's just
Yeah, and he just
yeah,
dives
out
and
the
puts
way.
his hands down.
AI is all over the place.
He dives under the ball somehow. He don't even jump up. He jumps down.
Come on now. 2 minutes left. Boot
We've
it.
kept
man.
him quite quiet, haven't we?
Well done. Keep it now. Well done. Well done. Well
I
done.
don't
Well
want to
done.
say it too soon. Hey, ref. Ref!
Time.
Now, pop it. One more.
Little
Turn it
bit of
again.
time.
Alright, don't just boot it, please. Just keep the ball.
Find
Actually,
the
just
pass.
boot it. Just boot it. I don't want you to.
But that's not even a boot, it is it?
He's just
barely
not
made the
fouled
halfway
anyone. Play
line
him
there.
in. He's on.
McTominay's not got
Not
that.
possible.
Sorry, he ain't got
Simply
that,
not
he ain't
possible
got
there.
that.
Unless it's fully open.
If it's
yes.
Bruno,
Yeah.
you've got half a chance there.
Come on, Marshall. Be the Marshall like you were.
5-1 now, Newcastle.
Oh
They can
my
piss
goodness
off.
me.
You don't even know who scored it, do you?
No, just anyone.
Joe Linton.
Bloody hell.
Doubled his goal tally for the season tonight.
How, man? Turn and score. Score.
I'm
Get it
just gonna
again.
shoot it.
Go in, get in the box, man.
It's a ruthlessness.
Where's Martial?
Marshall, get in the
I
box.
know.
Stop messing about on the edge. And then going deeper and deeper.
He's so like casual in his body language, Martial. I think
Oh.
like arms by his side, just walking. Look,
I think he's been good when he come on, though.
he has. He's not been bad, but
Yeah,
it's just you
yeah.
watch him, you just think. It's
You're right. He doesn't look the same pacey guy, does he? that he
Nah,
used to?
he's not as. I think he's lost half a yard when he got bigger.
Yeah, because everyone was saying like they're so scared of him. Like I remember speaking
when
to
he
people
come from
saying,
Monaco, he was rapid.
they were
He
absolutely
was like
rapid, 19 or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah.
but
It's a
Ref!
foul. It's a booking, really, that, isn't it? They just never give him when it's late on like that.
Yeah,
But he's
no,
just
no.
grabbed him, pulled him back, stopped him
Yeah.
from getting the ball.
Good job it's not them that's winning.
Yeah.
And then it would have been a yellow.
Yeah, exactly. If that was one of our players on one of theirs,
Yeah,
it's a
it'd be
booking
yellow, yeah.
immediately. Right, this should be the end of it now. It should be full time here.
Yes,
Pump
I
it up,
got it
far
wrong.
corner.
I got it wrong, yes.
There you go.
Come on, ref, blow it. Blow it. There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
There you go.
There we
Manchester
go.
United 1, Brentford 0, full time, 3 points. That's all that matters, according to Colin Mebbs. Yeah. Daniel Leeper, well, that was exciting. Martial better than Anthony and loads of others in this team. Controlled the game. Other than those last 5 minutes, I think we did do that really well.
Yeah.
A big 3 points, but a very average performance. I think
Yeah.
that was the sort of performance that we needed. And first
Yeah.
half was above average, I thought. I know, the goal came in the second half, didn't it? But I still think that it was a good first half performance. Big win, big test. A lot of good comments there. Nathan, quick thoughts on the game there?
Just happy we got the win.
Yeah.
End of the day, and a clean sheet as well against a team that we thought would come in and do a number on us. I felt that anyway, and I'm sure we all knew the size of the task, and for them to just come and basically, shut them down. Really, they have shut them down quite a lot. Like, we've kept the two strikers quiet, and we've won the game. We've gone and done what we need to do. And it's a case of just, look, 3 points without Casemiro is great. Don't care how we really play. As long as we got our points against a team as a potential banana skin, I'm happy.
Yeah, Ronaldo?
I think it was just a workmanlike performance. I think it wasn't. What's the word? Swashbuckling.
It wasn't. Nice.
I knew you'd like
really
that one.
nice, actually. Wow.
It
I
wasn't.
wasn't expecting that.
It wasn't.
It wasn't swashbuckling, was it?
Nah, it wasn't.
I've
But
never heard of that word.
It's like how pirates fight, all reckless with their swords. Yeah, it wasn't swashbuckling.
But it was very. It was workmanlike. We were very solid defensively. We had really good bits of play. We had decent performance from everyone we played. We looked livelier. We looked a little bit more energetic. We looked a bit more up for it than we did on the weekend.
Yeah.
And I think it was a comfortable performance in the end, and we deserved the victory.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to be back in just a couple of minutes for the review. Stick around. You'll be automatically taken there. So go for a little wee, get a cup of tea going, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. But before that, in the comments and in the description, head to matchratings.io, and in there we have got our very own supporters group. So click the Stretford Paddock supporters group. You can join it by using the code Stretford_Paddock. Get in there, give your player ratings, go through every single player, and we'll use that in the review. We're going to be going through, looking at exactly how you have voted, and we'll be taking that and giving our sort of performances as well. So get in there. It's like I said, link is in the comments. It's pinned in the chat, so you see it at the top of the chat. Head over there, automatically sign in, get all that stuff done, and we'll be back for the review in a couple of minutes. But thank you very much for joining us. Manchester United 1, Brentford 0. A massive, much needed win for United's battle for top 4. 3 points clear of Tottenham with the game in hand, only behind Newcastle on goal difference, which is only getting bigger as they won 5-1 tonight, but we'll ignore that. Thank you, Nathan, for coming on. Thank you, Ronaldo, as well.
Yeah.
We'll see you in a bit.